Looks like it's a 50-yard-line moon.
Well, actually probably the 45, really. We kind of line it up. Greg, a little bit. We talked a little bit about the offense on the defensive side. Redan comes in playing a four-man front with four linebackers. For the two outside linebackers will walk up. Very similar. A lot of the Atlanta teams are playing that kind of a style of a defense. The Tigers, looking back to last week, what are we going to see up front?
You're going to do a 4-3 basic defense, what they've been playing for years. You got Maury Swain, really the anchors that defensive line, and you got Michael Tatum, brother of Malcolm Tatum. Michael is a senior. He's a defensive tackle. He also plays outside linebacker as well, but just a very versatile player. So, we've got obviously Ricky Frazier at one of the corners. You got Malcolm Tatum at one of the corners. You got Daryl Dunlop, free safety. So you've got a host of seniors and juniors on that defensive unit. Speaking of offense, we've got 6 seniors this year, 2 juniors and 3 sophomores on the starting. At least I'm going by what happened last week. That's what started last week. So we've really kind of heavy on the senior side, and a lot of those seniors you're going to see go both ways. And one of the things that I want to caution about is when you're running a spread offense and you've got guys going both ways, and ironically last week Auburn run a spread offense, that there's not a lot of time to rest. Maury Swain really didn't come off the field in the first half, and by the time the halftime got there, he was dragging.
Sure.
And
that's off-season condition is big, but when you have a game like that, the first one going both ways,
and both teams running that spread, and no huddle option. So it really will drag on you.
Looking down the field right now, the Troup High School Tigers have won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. Redan will defend the scoreboard, which is to our right. Troup will be defending the other side. And we're just about ready for kickoff live here from James R. Halford Stadium up in DeKalb County. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we got kickoff live here on Eagle Sports.
College, and the word one pops up a lot. Like the student-faculty ratio is 11-to-1. That means plenty of one-on-one time with professors. Our students work for number 1 companies, earn Emmy and Grammy nominations, and they give back to their communities, which is wonderful. We are LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. One visit, and you'll see why. LaGrange.edu/journey.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, and online at EagleOfficially.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live from James R. Halford Stadium. We're in DeKalb County tonight as the Troup High School Tigers are taking on the Redan Raiders. Right now,
kind of a hot and muggy night.
Go ahead and say again, Greg.
No, it's just a hot and muggy night. When the clouds broke today, it was extremely hot, no humidity. Now it's a little bit of a cloud cover, and it's kind of the humidity is coming back in. It's kind of sticky out here tonight.
Yeah, right now the flag is not moving at all down the field, so it would be nice to get maybe a little bit of breeze going a little bit. Yeah. All right, so the kickoff team for the Tigers will be on the field. The Redan Raiders will be receiving to start the ball game. Again, we apologize. We do not have a roster for the Redan Raiders, so we're going to be calling out numbers for them. But we'll get you all the information we can on the Troup High School Tigers tonight. One of the things that I've seen just in the first game, the bands up here are incredible. Looking forward to the Troup High School Tigers, of course, playing at halftime. But the bands of the 2 previous schools did a great job. And the Redan Raider band is a pretty strong group, probably about 150 kids down there on the field.
Johnny Hurd and I were talking earlier this week, and he said, I lost a tuba player, but I gained another one. And then when I lost that tuba player, I got to thinking about you. He's going to talk about my tubas.
It's the official Greg Hicks measurement of how good a band is. The tuba count. That's what we have to go by. All right. Troops on the field, waiting to play. Waiting for Redan to make their way onto the field. This is a field with a track on the outside. Doesn't look like they use it very much anymore. It is a artificial turf field. And it looks like we're going to have a fun night of football as we're ready to kick off the season for the Troup High School Tigers. About to whistle it in. When the officials are giving us lots of anticipation here.
Number 37, Nick Burrick, will kick off for the Tigers.
And there he goes. There's the kick. Heading down, going to be taking about the 10-yard line, up to the 15, to the 20, cuts to the right. 3 or 4 missed tackles. We're going to get him down in about the 30-yard line, but a good return for the Redan Raiders.
Initial hit made by number 18 for the Tigers. That would be Lakeithian Buckner, and then backed up by number 16, Daryl Dunlap. Redan will take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the Tiger defense will be on the field to begin. Malcolm Tatum telling his secondary what he wants them to do, getting them ready. Not really sure what to expect other than kind of a pro set. And they go with an offset eye. The Redan quarterback's under center. Got a wing to his right. Going to hand the ball off right straight up the middle. Get about 2, maybe 3 yards to about 5 to the 35 before he's brought down.
Just a little isolation play right up the middle. No nonsense football. It's like I was going to say 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but that would be 5 yards and no dust.
So good job by the Redan line making a nice hole for their running back. 2nd down now. Redan probably about 8-9 yards off the line as they're in their huddle. Getting ready to break from there. They roll one man off the field. Center breaks the huddle, makes his way to the line of scrimmage. It's a double wing set with a man split wide to the near side. I formation, quick count, hands it off in the middle to the tailback. Tailback going to get close to the 40. He's going to be just short, I believe. Actually, no, he's going to spot him across the 40. So that'll be a 1st down for Redan.
So 2 running plays, basically 2 power ISO plays right up the centers, and 2 5-yard plays that'll result in a 1st down for the Redan Raiders.
10:52 left to go in this first quarter play. Just getting this ball game started. It's about 8:28 in the evening. So, Greg, we were close. About 8 o'clock, between 8:15 and 8:30 is what we said to get this ball game started. Here comes Redan. Quarterback's back under center. Has 2 backs in the backfield behind him. Long snap count this time.
Tigers in a nickel package, and it looks like we might have had some motion on the offensive line.
I think they were drawn off. I think they're going to back up at 5. Yep.
A lot of movement. The Tigers tend to have a lot of motion on their defensive line, and that it's beneficial, but it also can be detrimental if you're not careful. You can cross into that neutral zone, you'll have encroachment. But so that'll back them at 5, make it 1st and 15.
Like that. Comes Redan again, back with an offset eye, slot to the near side. Quarterback's going to roll, looking, going to throw a little quick out. And it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, but good coverage. A lot of white jerseys out there in the flats.
Just a little drag route out in the flats. He overthrew him, and you had number 4 for the Tigers. That would be Brandon Hurd, a junior, almost intercepted that one. And that would have been a real big play because nothing between him and the goal line except green grass or green turf.
Green turf. No score of this ball game so far. 10:30 left to go the first quarter of play. Redan breaks the huddle. They're on the right hash mark. Ball resting on about the 35-yard line. Going with a offset eye once again. Quarterback's under center. Checks his line. Long snap count. Trying to draw us off a little bit. Real long snap count.
Good discipline by the Tigers.
Going to hand them off, going off tackle. Good job of collapsing down by the Tigers. Tremendous job that time by number 4 for the Tigers. Just did a really good. That's Brandon Hurd. Just stepped out in from his cornerback position and put a big hit.
Hey, Devontae Cofield on that tackle too, a junior, just showed real discipline, playing good technique, came off, scraped off the defensive or the tight end, and just simply maintained his. That goes for really no gain, maybe a half-a-yard gain.
Yep. Down to 10 minutes left. Redan makes their way back to the line of scrimmage.
I might say you've got your binoculars because this may be, in several years, the highest vantage point that you and I have called a ball game from.
You're right. Their quarterback rolls out, looking. He's going to air it out way down the field. Got 2 guys out there. We're going to intercept it. Intercept it.
In and out of the hands by Ricky Frazier. Had the inside track. When the receiver turned his head, Ricky turned back, looked, jumped up, hit him in the shoulder pads, and came out. Oh, and he is so aggravated. He would love to have another opportunity for that.
Oh, gosh, that was right there. I thought he had the interception. So great coverage, though. He was right there step for step with him.
I think Coach Kendall really got in his grill last week. I talked, how he let the Auburn kid behind him, and he was right there step by step. And that's what really you expect out of Ricky Frazier, a senior cornerback. You expect him not to make those kind of fundamental mistakes. And so good job of coverage that time by Frazier.
Looks like they're going to punt the ball away. Back deep for the Tigers is Ricky. He's standing on about the 30-yard line.
Lamonte Truitt, a senior back deep for the Tigers.
We almost block it. Fair catch called for. back at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take it 1st and 10. Let's take a 30-second break. This is Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
It doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
Now back to more Troup Tigers.
Excuse me.
LH 969 and online at EagleSports.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live again from James R. Halliford Stadium. Tigers on 1st down, going to lose a yard. We're on the left side, not a whole lot there.
Little delayed handoff. You're right, Jack. That's just not a whole lot there. Again, our first possession of the regular season of 2012, you got Will Smith in the shotgun.
Will takes it, looks, throws a quick out, complete. Going to make the way up the field, across the 25. We're going to gain about 3, maybe 4 yards on that.
So far, his favorite receiver, number 2, Malcolm Tatum, a senior wideout. Just a little stab pass out in the flat. Malcolm takes it and turns it up for about 7 yards. Make it about 3rd down and 8 because we really had no gain, maybe a lost yard on the 1st down.
Tigers right back to the line of scrimmage. 2 men to the far side. And we're going to jump off sides. Actually, they're not going to call it. Smith going to roll, looking downfield, and going to be complete. They're going to bring that play back more than likely. To the 40, but that's going to come back on a motion call. What
a terrible delay for the umpire to get it out of his pocket. But what a nice little out route by junior number 11, Trevor Spradlin. He really worked hard and earned a starting spot as wide receiver. His first complete pass, and he did a nice job running after the catch. He actually caught it 2 yards beyond the 1st down marker, picked up another 7. Unfortunately for the Tigers, that's going to come back.
Yep, there's illegal motion against the Tigers. So now they'll back everything back up.
But again, we talked earlier about them having kind of an even keel. Don't get down. You made a couple of first mistakes early in the game, and they've proven, 3rd and 8 and pick up 14 yards. So that's the kind of offense we like to see.
Yep. Will Smith, the quarterback. We'll bring him back to the line in just a second.
Not knowing really any of the Redan personnel, just looking across the defensive front, at least from my high vantage points, they've got some pretty good sized kids on the defensive line.
Number 3, Lamonte Truitt stands beside the quarterback, Will Smith. Also back there in the backfield is number 10, Ricky Frazier.
Looks like
we got really drawing trips to the top side.
Looks like there might be a little defensive confusion on alignment, and that the umpires are the officiating crew's a little bit slow at getting the ball set.
All right, looks like we're ready. We're going to go back to the shotgun. Mansfield wide to the near side. Trips to the far side. And here we go. There's the snap. Will's going to take it, roll, throw, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Really run the same play to wide out Trevor Spradlin. Really, he was being chased out of the pocket. Will, against his, really is moving to his left, so he gets really on his weak side to make him plant and throw. Nice pass catch, but it just was about a 5-yard gain. So, unfortunately, that illegal motion in the backfield cost us earlier, so now the Tigers are going to have to punt for the first time this season.
4th and 15 now for the Tigers. Number 37 for the Tigers, Nick Burke, going to be kicking the ball, putting it away. There's the snap, takes it. And he's going to be blocked. And it looks like Redan's going to get it down there inside the 5, go into the end zone for a touchdown.
It looks like the defense just caved in. Nick caught the ball, stepped forward, saw it might be blocked. He sidestepped, and when he did punt it, it was blocked. And the rest is he just took it right in the end zone. So another real unfortunate mistake for the Tigers early in the game. It's only 7:57 into the first quarter, and it's already 6-0 or 66-0, I think.
Well, one thing, too, a little inexperienced Nick. This is his first time kicking. I think he had tried to get the ball off. Probably would have gotten a rough of the kicker. His up back actually stepped up, was taking a block. So They'll have to work that out in some practice time.
That's
right
a
now, a
good point.
timeout's being called on the field by Redan. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 6-0 is your score. 7:57 left to go this first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Rob and Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch at 706-845-7000. This week's featured listing is 202 Melrose Drive, a well-built home in a family neighborhood, 3 bedrooms for just $9,100. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Rob or Joel Upchurch at 706-845-7000 or search Rob or Joel Upchurch on the web.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at the
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Woman, Greg Hicks, live from James R. Halliford Stadium. Troup High right now trailing Redan 6-0. Redan hasn't run an offensive play, though. They blocked our punt at the 5-yard line, caught it, advanced it into the end zone. There's 6 on the board. Looks like they're going for 2. They're having a lot of trouble kind of figuring out their kicking game. They're trying to get their band to stop playing. Now the Troup High band is playing on the far side. Playing the Batman theme. That's pretty good. All right, actually, they're going to kick a regular extra point. Here we go. Kicker's ready. He addresses the ball. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that kick is just barely good. All right, so they tack one. 7-0 is your score with 7:57 left to go in this first quarter play. Let's go and take another 30-second break. Listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Got all my fingers shaking, must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Because my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
The action continues now with more.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks. Couple advice running the camera. If you have a chance, go over to the website, eagle1023.com, and take a look at the live streaming video there. It is awesome. You can see the stadium, the little ants there on the field. Those are the players. We'll be zooming in and out on them during the ball game.
And if you're listening, you might be able to hear their band over you and I talking. They're loud.
There's the kick. Kind of a line drive nubber. And it could go out of bounds right before we touch it, so they'll bring it out to the 35 more than likely. And the Tigers have some good field position.
Well, we started out at the 25 on our first field position. Now we start out at the 35, or at least should start out at the 35. So, again, the not bad field position on the first 2 possessions, and we've got a chance to really do something this time and maybe capitalize on those couple of mistakes we made earlier.
Tell you what, I really like the poise of Will. He was running that same play twice, rolling to his left, having to throw across his body, but really pretty good, accurate passes.
Yeah, last week in the Auburn scrimmage, again, Will looked really good coming out of the pocket, going in either direction. Nice, crisp, clean passes, put where they need to be, right in the hands. Very, very. I don't know if he threw one behind him or over it last week. It seemed to be always on the money.
Here come the Tigers to the line now.
Well, the coaching staff for Troup High School can ask the officiating crew to have this band stop playing while they're on the field offensively, and I believe that's what they're doing. They're asking the band to stop playing. The umpire here is talking to the Redan coaches. The Redan coaches are asking them to please. Oh, that's much better.
Hey, Greg, you're here.
We can hear each other. Oh.
All right, so the Tigers now. Look at 1st and 10 from the 35. Smith with a split backfield. Going to hand the ball off, and again, a problem with the exchange. You mentioned that timing piece, Greg. That's right. Exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Will had to go up high to get the snap, and by the time he got it down to Big Darrell Dunlap, coming from his what I would call an X position, coming across, the defensive line had already had a stunt going on, met him in the backfield, lost a yard. So, and again, football is it's kind of like a chess game. You run one play to set up the next one. Maybe you run 3 plays to set up one.
Smith going to pass the ball. Actually going to just toss it out. And we're going to get across the line of scrimmage, pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Just a little swing pass out to tailback Ricky Frazier. Catches it en route and picks up really about 2 yards. He gets beyond the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 9. Would have liked to have a little bit more. You got a pulling guard that's got to get out there quick. Redan, again, we don't know who their athletes are, but they're pretty quick on defense.
Yes, they are. They run that 4-man front, walking up their linebackers. Linebackers look to be coming. Smith rolling to his right, looking, going to toss the ball downfield. He's got a receiver there. Oh, in and out of his hands. Intended for number 10 for the Tigers, Ricky Frazier.
Ricky just on a crossing pattern. He was actually wide out to the left. He comes in behind the safety and comes down across field on about the 40-yard line. Will had to throw that ball about 30 yards in the air. I think the corner may have tipped it, but also Ricky had his hands on it and just couldn't come down with it. So we'll bring in Nick Burrick to try his second punt.
Nick will try to get this one off a little bit quicker. His up back is number 16, Daryl Dunlap.
And again, they may be asking the band again to be quiet because once again they're just so loud. The umpires calling for, and it looks like we have an illegal participation against Redan, and that could be on the band.
Yeah, could be.
So that'll get the Tigers 5 yards. It won't come near a first down. We'll still have to punt it, but hey, who knows?
Well,
we'll get another penalty.
Let's get the ball on the other side of the line of the 50 there. All right, now we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Here's the snap. High snap way over the head of Nick. Nick's got to pick it up. He does. And he's going to run upfield. Go Nick Burrick. Nick's going to get thrown out of bounds at about the 30, but heads up play by the young punter.
His instinct said pick the ball up. The coaching staff would have said in that situation just fall on the ball. But you know what? Showing good athleticism, he was able to pick the ball up on about the 6-yard line and run it up to about the 29. So not so bad to kind of get the Tigers out of a worser situation, or more worse, I guess. Is there such a word?
Well, one of the things you will see probably on the sideline is the punter and the snapper working between plays now.
Long snapping, they give out scholarships at the college level for long snapper because it is really an important function. And, most snappers, when you're snapping that ball back 14, 15 yards on a spiral and a zip, that's not easy to do.
Your head is bent. You're not really looking. You're looking back there at your target.
That's right. So you got all those pads on, and shoulder pads.
You've got to really trust your guards to the either side of you. Let's go and take a break. While they take a break on the field, timeout called by Redan. 7-0 is your score. 6:40 left to go in the first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here as the Tigers are in a timeout. Timeout was called by the folks over in Redan. Actually, we got our first chance to see the Redan offense. We haven't seen them so far this ball game, but
yeah, we had the first 2 plays, first downs. They were just power isolation.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the touchdown they scored down here.
That's right. That was the turnover we had. Just block punt. They run it in. So.
That's my first Troup game of the year. I'm trying to get myself going.
We all rusty here.
Yeah. The band, up there they go. The band goes again.
Well, technically, we don't really mind if they play while Redan's out on the field. The coaching staff for Troup has all the right to ask the band to stop while we're on offense.
12 also to the right side. Tiger defense does a great job of collapsing in on that.
Hammerhead Hadley from his middle linebacker position just has on a stunt. He's stunting off the left side. Gets him in the backfield, able to pursue him, and really no gain on that play. So good job by the linebacking crew of the Tigers.
Redan goes back into their huddle. Looks like they may have lost a yard. Actually, get right back at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 for the Redan Raiders.
You almost find yourself, even the Tigers, a little off balance because Redan seems so lethargic coming out of the huddle, really confused at times.
Toss sweep to the near side. Tigers going to collapse it. Come on, we've got to make better tackles than that. Going to run him out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of about 4, maybe 5, but we could have had him in the backfield.
Absolutely. We had 2 or 3 opportunities to tackle him. Big Lamonte Truitt comes in and really pushes him out of bounds. And really did a good job at standing him up. He actually hit him shoulder pad to shoulder pad and didn't give way at all. So it actually could have been worse once he made the corner. He only gained 3, so we're looking at 3rd down and 7.
Taking a long time in the huddle.
It really throws your defensive scheme off when you're getting ready to go, and Redan just. And it's kind of like we used to say in basketball, if you've got a team that just slows the momentum down, it throws your momentum off.
Yeah, well, there's the delay of game call right there.
Well, we'll take that because that'll back them up. It'll be 3rd and about 12, which we need that. This is a big play for us. We do not need them to get a first down because we need to get the ball back and actually put together a drive and tie this game up. Right now, speaking of tying the game up, Redan is ahead of your Tigers, 7-0, with 5:51 left in this. Seemed like crazy first quarter, confusing first quarter.
Here we go. Back to the I formation. Offset I to the right side. The quarterback rolls to his right. Still rolling, still trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be tackled down at the 30-yard line. Looks like
Junior Brandon Hurd took a blocker head on.
Oh, that was a big lick.
And then he just moves through and tackles a quarterback for no gain. What a great play from his cornerback position, really. Brandon Hurd did a nice job.
Dalton Headley in there on that one as well.
And that was a nice stop. We got an injured player, Redan, that's down, number 1.
That's
tell you his name, but we don't know.
He's trying to get up. Earlier in the previous game, they stopped the ball game several times for water, all the humidity, making sure the guys are fully hydrated. So we're going to do that in this next break. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Caring about people, building relationships, supporting our community. At CB&T, it's what we do, day after day, year after year. During our 71 years, we've worked hard to be the bank more people in Troup County trust with their money. So it's probably no surprise that we have 3 local branches and more ATMs to serve you than any other bank in the area. We're CB&T, familiar faces and a welcoming smile. CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
We are back to the field. The quarterback coming off the field under his own power. That's a good thing. Quarterback for Redan. Shake it up on that last play.
All right, as we said, Junior Brandon Hurd really took on that blocker, and then he was able to take the tackle on the quarterback, and the quarterback is limping, and he did take and twist his ankle or twist his knee. I'm talking about Brandon tackled him low and kind of twisted him down, so we'll have to just kind of look and see. He's limping really like it hurts bad, so we'll have to see if he comes back in on the next series.
Yeah, he's walking over to sit on the bench. So now, here they come back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down now and about 13, and doesn't look like they're punting the ball.
Looking to pass. Gonna air it out. Got several Tigers down there. Do we intercept it? Yes.
We did. Number 3, Lamonte Truitt goes up. He gets the inside track. It was 4th down. You have to wonder, should you have slapped it down? Because now the Tigers will take over on the 2-yard line. Had you slapped it down, would have taken it over on the 20. But, again, just the youngster excited, wants to get his interception.
Yep.
So now we're looking at 1st and 98.
It's a long way to go. 5:05 left here in the first quarter play. 7-0 is your score. Tigers will have the end zone to their backs. Ball resting on the 2-yard line. Got to get some upfield motion on this one. Tigers break the huddle. Quarterback Smith under center. They're looking at a wishbone. Going to hand the ball off to his tailback. Going around the left side. Good job. Pick up of about 3, maybe 4, getting to about the 5-yard line.
Good job by that left side, Levi Cornwell and Wellington Callaway. Just simply opening up a hole for number 3, Lamonte Truitt was able to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards out to about the 4-yard line. So a little bit of breathing room. And don't hold Coach Kendall to running the ball, even though in their wishbone. You never know. They looks like they're going to try to power it one more time.
Yep, they are. They had the ball off once again. They get up to about the 10-yard line, just short of the first down.
again, Ricky Frazier takes a handoff from Will Smith up the left side and able to pick up about another 4 or 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 2, maybe 3.
Nice surge by the line of they're getting the big move there. We got 2 backs leading in the hole.
We'll take 4 and 5 yards every rush play if we can, straight up the middle.
Back to the wishbone. Smith under center. Long snap count. Going to run the same play to the other side. We're going to slip, get hit, and going to be just short of the 1st down, I think. We're going to get about the 11-yard line, need to get past the 12.
Lamonte Truitt from his left wing back position simply takes the handoff, cuts it in, slips when he cuts, picks up his speed again, and is met with the defensive tackle and just can't get any further. So it's 4th down and a yard, maybe a half a yard.
The luck we've had with punting the ball so far, I say we go for it.
I think he listened to you.
Well, the coach, I saw him with that headset down there.
They may try to draw him off. We've got a penalty on the back. It may be illegal motion. Illegal substitution defensively.
All right. It's a penalty called on the field. Now a timeout called. They take a timeout. We take one
really
as well.
Fussing. I think it's illegal substitution. After he broke the huddle. Well,
yeah, it's not a timeout right now.
So
we actually get the 1st down.
1st down. That may be our first official 1st down of 2012.
I think it is. Back to the wishbone. Smith going to the left side. Ricky's running the ball. You can hear the folks in the background cheering for him. They're going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, something unusual. None of the Tiger fans have seen the wishbone in years.
No.
And, we go from a wide-open spread offense. We come back to old-fashioned wishbone. And, when you think of the wishbone from a collegiate standpoint, you go way back to the 70s. You think of Oklahoma. You think of Alabama with Johnny Musho running that old wishbone. And the Tigers are having good success on the ground. That's 4 yards on 1st down. So look at it, 2nd and 6. We'll take 4 every time.
Back to the wishbone again. Going to run it. Kind of more of a veer sweep. We cut back. Going to get good yards across the 25. Still up to about the 30. There's a 1st down for the Tigers.
Good job by Lamonte Truitt. Just simply takes a handoff from his left side wing position, follows his blocking around to the right, cuts back upfield for about 7 yards, and a Tiger 1st down. Good job, Lamonte Truitt.
Ball resting out on the 29-yard line. That's where the Tigers have it 1st and 10. Clock ticks down to 2:35 left to go.
Offensive line, Levi Cornwell, Wellington Callaway, Hernandez Jackson, Maury Swain, and Mitch Mathis providing all the blocking on for this wishbone offense now.
They're going back to the spread. Slot to the near side, man split wide to the far. Smith going to take it. Going to hand the ball off. We're going to get across the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet across the 45 near midfield.
Darrell Dunlap, we got a late flag, but Darrell Dunlap takes a handoff inside from Will Smith, goes to the right, cuts it off, breaks a couple tackles, picks up about 18 yards in a Tiger 1st down. Late flag comes in, and Coleman's saying he's hitting himself in the head, so we're going to have probably add on another 15 for personal foul.
I'll take that.
And that'll put us into Raider territory if that's the case.
For the first time tonight.
And
first down.
This all started on what? The 2-yard line.
Personal foul. Yep, personal foul going against the Redan Raiders. So they'll mark off 15 more. So they'll get the Tigers down around the 40-yard line. Actually past the 40, down to about the 35. Look at about the 37. That's where they're going to place the ball. So the Tigers really kind of getting a spark on the offense. And, on that play, there's still a little bit of delay, still a little bit of a bump between Will and his tailback.
Well, again, this is probably only the 8th time they've run that little inside handoff this year, so still got a little timing to work.
Quarterback Smith going to take it. Loses the ball, quickly hands it off, and, wow, hands the ball off to his tailback, number 10, Ricky Frazier.
Frazier takes it kind of standing up, and he didn't really get a chance. Even though he gained 3 yards, he didn't really get a chance to bend over and run with it, and a defensive tackle caught him chest up and just kind of laid him on the ground.
Yeah.
So
we'll come a clothesline.
Yeah.
Minute 35 left to go. 7-0 is your score. They break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage.
Thanks to our spotter, Coleman Weiss, on that update.
Smith hands the ball off inside. We're to the 30, to the 25, 20. Cuts it back to the midfield. Gets down all the way to the 10. Actually, he walked a tightrope down to the 5.
Well, they're going to mark him out at the 13-yard line. But what a nice catch and run by Lamonte Truitt as he came off a right tackle behind Mitch Mathis. Nice seal block by sophomore Mitch Mathis. It kind of breaks open Lamonte Truitt and is able to walk the sideline down to the 13-yard line. That's about a 30-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And, we started out with a wishbone on this drive on the 2-yard line.
Well, we had the end zone back. Now we're back to the wishbone as we're getting into the red zone. Smith going to take it. Hand the ball off to the tailback. Yeah, back to the 10. Good hit on the part of the Redan Raider there.
Number 14, Jalen Hicks, a senior, saw significant playing time last year. He steps in as a tailback role, is able to pick up 2. But you're right, he didn't really get a chance to start his run before he's taken down by the defensive tackle. And Jalen, not really that big of a kid. He stands at 5'6", 158, and I'm sure that defensive tackle is a little bit bigger. So back to the wishbone from Tigers.
Actually, we lose the ball. We get it back down a little bit high on the pitch.
Well, Jalen Hicks is able to take that ball and bounce it around a little bit, and luckily was able to tuck it before 3 or 4 defenders tackle him in the backfield. So, again, it's a spread offense, but out of the wishbone. When hurry-up offense, out of the wishbone, we don't want to get in so big of a hurry that we start making mistakes, especially when we're down here inside the red zone. And we work so hard to bring it from the 2-yard line to here.
Rolling a few guys off the field, some fresh people. 13 seconds left to go. We might get this play off. 7-0's your score. Redan leading right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be the end of the first quarter of play with the Tigers trailing 7-0, but driving the ball inside the 20-yard line of Redan. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Your whole family loves Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Each time you eat a Blizzard, it's as if you're throwing a party for your taste buds. And you can keep that party going by celebrating with different Blizzard flavors every month. Like this month, come to Dairy Queen and try the M&M Brownie Blizzard. M&M chocolate candy pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and chocolatey topping blended with creamy DQ vanilla soft serve. Get yours now for a limited time at Dairy Queen at 203 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Only at Dairy Queen. So good, it's DQ-less. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1248, and
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks, live from James R. Halliford Stadium up in Atlanta, Georgia. DeKalb County, technically. Our thanks to our sponsors all season long, taking us along the ride for these ball games. Mallory Agency, Dairy Queen, CB&T, Holmes Pharmacy, LaGrange College, Collision Autocraft, Emory Southern Orthopedics, State Farm Agent Matt Orr, Kia of LaGrange, Remax Agent Joel Upchurch, along with Remax Agent Rob Upchurch, and the Brickhouse Grill. Thanks to all of them for being great sponsors of Troup High School Tiger Football. The Tigers trailing right now 7-0. We're in the second quarter play. Ball's on the far hash. Tigers will be going right to left, but the ball rests right at about the 16-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and 14, and Jack, you and I were talking during the quarter break. What would be the play?
Well, looking for a pass play, and that's what they're going to do. They have a great rush, and Will's going to get upfield, not get a whole lot out of that, but they had a big-time rush coming on us.
They did, and that makes it tough for 5'9" Will Smith to really back up in the pocket, and that was a play action. And what he couldn't see, unfortunately, with all those 6'3" kids in front of him, is Ricky Frazier smack dab in the middle of the end zone wide open. And really the rush came so fast, you got to have a little protection from that offensive line to create things like that. So it's 4th down, and the Tigers looks like they're going to go for it with the ball sitting on looks like about the 18-yard line. They could get a first down inside the 5 at the 3.5, but you got to feel like if they get the first down, they'll get the touchdown.
Yep. Trips to the near side. Smith for the shotgun, takes it. Looking, got 2 guys in his face. Rolling, going to bring him down at the 25-yard line. He just never had a chance to get the ball off.
He didn't, and we talked about that the pressure from the defensive line and the fact that the offensive line needs to hold them off a little bit. If you're going to run some passes, you got to give Will Smith a little extra time, and that just didn't happen that time. So the Tigers will turn it over on downs.
11:05 left to go in the first half of play. 7-0 your score. Tigers trailing.
You know, one of the things that Coach Kendall really needs to focus on is, or at least talk to the offensive line, is, hey, you got to give the quarterback a little bit extra time. You don't really, I mean, even the fans are saying go back to the wishbone. I think that because we were successful, they really want to see that passing game work too, Jack.
That's true. Here come the Tigers.
Again, Redan just really slow. It looks like they're going to official timeout now.
No, that's there. They're going to call another timeout.
And that may be their third timeout.
I think they're out for this half. They take a timeout. We take it as well. Tigers trailing 7-0. This is Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closing, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live from James R. Halliford Stadium. Redan has had a hard time getting to the line of scrimmage. They've had to call 3 different timeouts in the ball game just because they couldn't get the right personnel on the field. They're still going to have some problems down there, even after a timeout. Slot to the near side, I formation behind them. Tall sweep. They lose the ball. Ball's on the ground. They're going to get on it. We got Tigers all over the place. Great play back there for the Tigers by number 7.
Number 4, Brandon Hurd, comes in from his quarterback position and just tails the quarterback down inside the 10-yard line to the 7. That's the kind of break the Tigers need. You know, let these guys make a few mistakes, you know, and we capitalize on that. Good pursuit by the Tiger defense, Jack.
So it's now 2nd down and about 25 to go. That's a big, big play for the Tigers. They're kind of settling in now. I feel like they're kind of getting their wind behind them. They feel a little bit stronger in this ball game. They still can't hear because the band's playing behind them.
That's for sure.
Here they go. Hand the ball off inside the middle. Tigers just all over that, wrapping up. Good job. A host of Tiger tacklers.
Well, you had about 8 guys with starting out with number 44 middle linebacker Dalton Hadley and finishing up by Maurice Swain and number 17 for the Tigers. That would be R.J. Hairston, a junior defensive tackle, a big young man too. But, you know, the whistle was kind of late coming in. You know, you had all these guys hanging on them. You thought you'd get a whistle sooner than you did. And one thing I noticed, I don't even want to start to compare this crew with anybody down in Columbus crew because we know about those guys. But the officiating crew seems to be off a little bit of rhythm as well.
That's Greg Hicks, care of Mud Creek Graphics, if you want to, if you're from the Georgia Association, want to call him.
There you go.
Redan, long snap count. Going to back up. Going to run a little reverse to the far side. Tigers right on top of it and do a good job of collapsing it. They're going to pick up not a whole lot at all there.
And it'll turn in to be 4th down for the Redan Raiders. Nice pursuit and nice way to stay at home by Maurice Swain. And you had Jonathan Foster from his outside linebacking position, number 32. Really played good technique, wasn't fooled by that reverse, and able to hold the Raiders to 4th down yardage. Now you're looking at 4th down and about, what, 35, Jack?
Yep, Michael Tatum, number 7, also great job on that play, staying at home on his right side.
And this will be their 2nd punt. He's punting from inside the end zone, and he's not very deep. If you notice, he's only about 8 yards back.
Let's see what's going to happen here. There's the snap. We are off sides. Actually, a pretty good punt. We take him back on the other side of the 50. We're going to get it up to the 50, to the 40. And going to be brought down actually short of the 40. But I think that's going to come back. They're going to get to kick it again. It's that we're off sides.
Now there's a flag on about the 9.5-yard line, which would be about the line of scrimmage. So you're right, Jack. If they get it back, all that's going to do is just give them 5 extra yards to punt, which that also gives us another opportunity to return it.
Well, they may decline it. Let's see.
Well, I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't think so either. They're going to stop the clock and talk about it a little bit. Good if they can confer. Looking at the white hat, see what he's going to go with.
Is he going to wave it off?
He's going to wave it off. All
I
right.
guess it came out of his pocket by accident.
I got the cold delivery by the Diet Coke by Coleman Vice. Thank you, Coleman. Coleman and I fighting over the levels on the radio machine up here. 8:30 left to go. 7-0 is your score. Tigers now have the ball inside for the second time tonight. The Redan Raider territory. Going back to the shotgun formation. Not really a straight tee. Going to hand the ball off on the right side. Good job. Across the 30. Another first down for the Tigers. Ball's loose.
But
Redan
are they going to say the ground calls it? No, they're going to give it to Redan. Ricky Frazier really just busted it up the middle for a 14-yard gain. As soon as he hits the turf, I don't know that. No, that's the first down. They give the ball. The Tigers keep possession so that the ground can't call a fumble. Nice job by senior tailback Ricky Frazier. Nice timing handoff by Will Smith. Good snap by Hernandez Jackson. The Tigers almost inside the red zone at the 26-yard line.
Here they come. They're going to a big rush again this time. Hand the ball off. They're going to lose about a yard.
That was a little read by Will Smith. Hands it off to Bruce Danford from his fullback position. Really stuck it in his gut, and about the time he really could have pulled it, three defensive players tackled Bruce. Had he pulled it, he may have had an opportunity to go outside. But, again, young Will Smith being a sophomore, if that is a read, he'll remember next time to pull that.
Right. 7:47 left to go. 7-0 is your score. A beautiful full moon over the stadium here in DeKalb County. Tigers break the huddle. Single back in the backfield along Will Smith. Slots to the left and right. Going to put a man in motion. Low snap. Will's just going to fall on it. Good job. And I would have liked a little quicker whistle because he jumped right on his back. There's a flag down there because of that late hit.
Well, you know, we hate that, but if that gives us 15, it still won't give us a first down from the spot of the penalty, but it'll bring up about third down and maybe 2. Or is that? Yeah, that would be third down and about 2 when they mark it off.
I'll take that. 7:22 left to go in the first half. 7-0 is your score. Got a text message a moment ago from Britt, our producer back at the station, that LaGrange High right now is leading Noonan 21-17 at halftime.
That's unexpected from the prognosticators.
What do they know?
That's right.
Third down now. Quarterback Smith has a man to his left and right. Waiting on the snap. And I think we're going to have them offsides this time.
From the Redan Raiders, it looks like. If that's the case.
Nope, they're saying that we moved them off.
Wow, it sure did look like encroachment from our vantage point.
Yep.
But
so
again,
back us up 5. Third down for the third time.
You're working with some really inexpensive binoculars from our Mount Rainier vantage point.
Well, I think we've gotten past the nosebleeds. We're doing good. Once again, Smith going to take the shotgun snap. Hand the ball off quickly. Go around the right side. Not going to get a whole lot there, as the tailback that time was Lamonte Truitt going around the right.
Again,
and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Quick handoff from Will Smith to Lamonte Truitt. Scoots off to the right side behind Maurice Swain and Mitch Mathis and picks up maybe a yard. Be third down and what, about 7, Jack?
Yep.
Maybe 8?
I'm going to go 7. Timeout call on the field. They take a timeout. We take one as well. Right now the Tigers are trailing the Redan Raiders 7-0 with 6:32 left to go in this first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Students at LaGrange College travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, G 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back for more Troup Tiger football.
That's right. You're listening to more Troup Tiger football. 6:32 left to go. As you saw on the video there if you're watching online at eagle1023.com. Really crystal clear video there. Hopefully you're hearing mine and Greg's voices across on that. Tigers break the huddle. And I thought this was fourth down, but the down marker on the far side says third. Let's see what we got.
3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
All right. Single back to the left to the quarterback, Smith. Smith, low snap. Look. Got some guys on going to air it out to the end zone. He's got a guy there over his back shoulder. Oh, man.
Smith under a tremendous amount of pressure takes a low snap off the turf, Jack, and is able to duck a pursuit, step up, and sling it just to the outside shoulder of ongoing Ricky Frazier and just out of his reach. Had it been on the money, that would have been 6. So brings up 4th down, ball resting on the 23-yard line.
Stops the clock with 6:24 left to go. Ricky making his way back to the huddle.
And again, signs of Ricky's got his hands on his hip. Again, a lot of these guys go both ways. So I know it's halfway through the second quarter, but it is a muggy night, and really this is first game of the season. You might see some. You hope you don't see any cramps. I know we saw some last week, but this is where really, as you said earlier, the conditioning comes from.
Timeout call on the field. The Tigers take this timeout. Let's take a quick one right along with them. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
As a business owner, nothing compares to the sense of pride you feel when unlocking your business first thing in the morning. In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
6 minutes and 24 seconds are all that's left in this first half of play. Tigers trailing 7-0. A few kicking troubles for the Tigers tonight.
I think about this nice stadium, and I heard on Fox Sports this morning, Coleman, that Allen, Texas debuted their new $6 million high school stadium, seating capacity 18,000 with a 30-foot wide video screen.
Yeah, they do it big in Texas, don't they?
Yep, everything's big in Texas.
Smith, once more looking at the spread formation. Long snap count. We'll try to back him up a little bit. Redan showing the stunt again. Smith looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, airs it out. I think it was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
It was. It looks like a little slant pattern from wideout Trevor Spradlin. It was tipped. He had a nice zip on it, but it was tipped. Again, when you talk about being 5'9", these defensive tackles are about 6'4" for Redan Raiders. And, they get that big paw up and slap the ball down. That's why you have to use kind of the Doug Flutie type thing when you got a kid that's a little bit smaller than your defensive tackle, and even really for your offensive line, you got to roll him out and do a little play action.
I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed with him. Had very poised back there. Doesn't seem to be trying to duck anything. He's taking the pressure, getting the ball off, taking the pop after that. Just doing a good job.
And really hasn't forced anything.
Nope.
All right, we got a sideline warning from the side judge over here. So the whole situation with Redan, with the new coaching staff, first game of the season, you can just see there's a little confusion going on. So he's asking the.
They still won't back up.
No, they're just kind of ignoring him when he's asking 5-6 times to move back, and
the referee's about to take off. He's like flying there.
Are you talking to me?
Redan, the quarterback's going to back up the pass. He's got some guys in his face. running. We're almost got him. We got him. Got him back at the 15-yard line.
Excellent pressure by R.J. Hairston. Tackle made by number 16, Darrell Dunlap, but that was made available by big defensive end, junior, if you will, R.J. Hairston. What a tremendous pressure. And really maintaining. He got out of the pocket, and they continued to chase him down, and R.J. set him up for Dunlap.
Part of that sack, too, is great coverage by the secondary. He didn't have anywhere to throw the ball.
Good point. Again, that's Ricky Frazier and Lamonte Truitt, along with Brandon Hurd on the coverage.
Redan looking at 2nd and 15 now. Breaks their huddle. Comes back to the line of scrimmage. I formation behind the quarterback. Slot to the far side. Long snap count once again. Kind of hold the Tigers on their heels. Real long snap count. Finally gets it off. Going to hand the ball right in the middle of the line, and we're just all over him. Great job. Leading tacklers that time was number 7 for the Troup High School Tigers, and that's Michael Tatum.
Michael Tatum along with 15 Bruce Danford and 44 Dalton Hadley from their linebacking positions. Good job by Michael Tatum. Standing him up, really met him a yard in the backfield, and the linebacking crew came in to bring him down, and that'll really bring up third down and maybe 15, Jack. It may be a long 15.
Yeah, really enjoying this game as I'm watching it because the Troup High School Tigers offense has moved the ball down the field, went from the 2 all the way down into the red zone, couldn't finish it. Got the ball in midfield, got it all the way to the red zone, couldn't finish it. Now, that's a problem. But the fact we're moving the ball up and down the field is good. But at the same time, Redan has only scored on a bad punt.
That's right.
So the defense will be able to hold them.
That's right.
They roll out the pass again, going to throw it out in the middle of the field, and we're going to intercept. Or did we? No, they're going to say that. I thought that we had that ball.
Let's see.
It looks like
they're going to call him down, and they may give the Tigers the ball. Let's see the ruling. He may have snatched it out of his hand after the tackle because Redan is bringing their defensive unit onto the field. Let's see. What's happening here?
Fourth down.
No, it'll be fourth down.
Yep.
Wow.
I think Redan was confused as well.
Number 4, Brandon Hurd, came up with what we thought was an interception, landed on his back, and the receiver snatched it out of his hand. I thought it was down on his back by contact, which would give the Tigers the football. At any rate, Redan's punting the ball, and Lamonte Truitt will be back on the Tiger 40-yard line to receive the punt.
They got a nice punt off last time, so Lamonte going to be back there a little deeper than he was before. There's the snap. Gets the kickoff a little bit lower, but still is very deep. Taking about the 32, up to the 40, cutting back to the 45, 50, getting all the way down to about the 46, and that's where the Tigers will have it, 1st and 10.
Nice 15, 16-yard return by Lamonte Truitt after he got the ball. Good vision on that right side of the field as he eludes 2 tacklers and then really just puts a quick hip move on one, able to pick up about 17 yards into Raider territory.
3 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Tigers would love to punch this in, go into the halftime festivities.
You know, Jack, I was just thinking the same thing. What a nice way to end what you just talked about, how the Tigers are able to move the ball up and down the field but just can't punch it in. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll take our 3 minutes and 26 seconds to punch it in this time.
Smith takes the snap, throws a quick out, cuts back inside. Ricky to the going to pick up about 3. Actually, still on his feet. They stopped him at the line of scrimmage after he caught the ball, cut back inside. He's going to get about 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
He probably ran 12 to get that 3. Yeah. A little dump pass, little out in the flat from Will Smith to Ricky Frazier. Ricky Frazier decided to go against the grain, cut back real hard, and then weaves his way back inside the middle of the defense. Picks up 3 hard yards, 2nd down and 7.
He's a little sore on that one, stretching on the side of the field there. He's in the slot to the far side. Back to the left and right of Brandon. Brandon going to hand the ball off. Going to run it up, get across the 40. That's pretty good yardage there, another 3 yards.
Little Lamonte Truitt takes a handoff, heads up behind big Levi Cornwell, decides to twist and turn his way up for about a 4-yard gain. You're looking at 3rd down now and a long 3 for the Tigers.
2:32 left to go, 7-0's your score. Tigers going to roll a couple of guys on and off the field. Quarterback Smith going to walk over, get a different play.
Clock continues to run. Tigers still have 2 timeouts left, Jack.
If they don't hurry to get this play off, they may need one.
1 timeout left.
We don't need to delay a game here. They break the huddle. Back to the line of scrimmage. Quickly. Wishbone. Smith under center. Takes the snap. Makes the handoff. We spin. Get upfield. Going to be close.
Looks like he's going to be about 6 to 8 inches short of that 1st down marker, although Ricky Frazier took the handoff, pushed it up the middle 2.5 yards and had to twist for that last half yard. They're going to show him coming up. They're actually going to call for a
they're call for a measurement?
They're going to call for a measurement. It looks like. It's hard to say. The umpire still hadn't made a decision what he's going to do. Is it 4th?
Nope, there we roll.
Okay, he winds the clock, 4th down. Let's call it 4th and a foot.
Minute 44 left to go, 7-0. Tigers break the huddle. Back to the wishbone. Needing about a foot. And they're going to get it.
And some.
And a good bit all the way down inside the 30. Great job of that front line blocking of Lamonte Truitt. Going to pick up the 1st down and more.
I see big Mitch Mathis getting off the ground after about 6 yards down the field, he and Big Maurice Swain, and you know when you need those rooms, you're going to go behind your two big power guys, which is Maurice Swain and Mitch Mathis on the right side of that offensive line. So good job by the Tigers and Lamonte Troup by picking up that first down as the clock now continues to run even before they set the chain. 1:17 to go. Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the wishbone. Smith right to his fullback. He'll stand him up there. Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage a yard. They're going to give him a yard, second down.
1:02 left in the second half, in the second quarter, right before halftime, under a minute now. As Tigers coming into the, Will Smith runs in with a play. The Tigers really want to capitalize here, Jack.
Yep.
So what are you thinking right now as far as 2nd and 8.5?
Actually, I'm going to try to go veer off to the right side, see if I can get out of bounds, stop the clock. Back to the wishbone. Smith going to roll out to pass. Looking downfield, throws it. He's got a man wide open. He catches it. Inside the 5, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You called it, Jack Mormon. Will Smith rolls out of the wishbone. Counter option comes around, hits Darrell Dunlap on about the 4-yard line. He twisted, turns inside the goal for a touchdown. Tigers brings us 6 points. Good call.
Man, 31 seconds left to go. Bring it all the way down to the last few seconds. That's awesome.
Little bootleg Will Smith, as you said, he really hadn't made any mistakes all night. You know, missed timing's really not his fault, but he takes that, has a little bootleg, curls it around to the Troup sideline, and there's Darrell Dunlap all by himself. And you can see Darrell is winded right now. He's got his hands on his legs, and they're
going to take a timeout to decide whether they're going to go for 2 or they're going to kick it. So when they take a timeout, we take one as well. 7-6 is your score. Tigers trailing with 31 seconds left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
What's up? Hey,
Jesse Lichter here from Kia LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll. It starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
We're open 8 today, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
There's always lots of ways that you can follow the Troup High School Tigers this year on 96.9, on 1240, and on the eagle1023.com. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks will be bringing you the Troup High School Tigers all year long. And right now, the Tigers have brought it within 1, 7-6 is the score. Now they come on after a timeout, and it looks like they're going to go for 2.
Well, you know, many of a conversation on the sidelines. Ball will be marked at the 3, and you know they're going to go right back to the wishbone.
Smith under center. Waits for the snap. They'll take it. Hand the ball off. They veer off to the right. Push. Still on his feet. Just short.
If he didn't get in, but he was 1 inch from the goal line. That's for sure.
So 7-6 is our score. 31 seconds. The Tigers will have to kick the ball off to the Redan Raiders. And they'll do that in 30 seconds as we take this next break right here on Eagle Sports.
State of denial is a drag and a trial. When I bought my cheap insurance, should have known this day would come. Now I've had an accident and I'm feeling quite alone. Called them at least 20 times, but they won't pick up the phone. Without personal service, my policy's kind of worthless. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Don't deny yourself a call to State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Now we got it right as we have the officials putting the ball on the other 40, ready to kick the ball off.
You know, interesting thing, I was listening on Fox Sports last night, the South Carolina game.
It's heard right here on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG, right?
It probably was the South Carolina Vanderbilt game, and little did I know, but went on a touchback. They bring the ball out to the 25 in college this year.
There's the kick. Going to bounce around down, picked it at the 20. Redan going to kind of go across the middle of the field. Tigers missing a few tackles there. Going to bring him down at the 30, maybe to the 31. Redan will have it there 1st and 10 with 22 seconds left to go.
just a squib kip, the two things that could happen there. You hope that the guy bobbles it and allows your guys to get down. Maybe it bounces off of a player. But what he was able to do was really pick it up on about the 24-yard line and zigzag his way up to maybe the 32-yard line. And so he picks up about 8 on the return, but also used about 9 seconds off the clock. So, again, we talk about the Redan team and offense and defense, a lot of confusion in this first half. It seems like confusion. They use their timeouts real early. It really does throw you off balance. It even threw us off balance a little bit.
2 tight end set, slot to the near side. That's actually a legal formation as I look at it. You're going to hand the ball off in the middle of the field. They only had too many men on the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
I saw that.
You had both tight ends covered up, so you had probably about 9 men on the line of scrimmage because you only had your quarterback and your fullback.
Yep.
But did I compare them to? No, I didn't. Okay.
3, 2, 1, and that'll be the end of the first half of play. 7-6 is your score. Tigers are trailing. Just and Greg and I'll talk about it more if we come back at halftime, but just a few mistakes here and there, and the Tigers will be leading this ball game. But we appreciate you being here with us. We're going to take this break. When we come back, we'll be at halftime. We'll listen to some of the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, live here from Atlanta, Georgia. Listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
You love Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Your whole family loves Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Each time you eat a Blizzard, it's as if you're throwing a party for your taste buds. And you can keep that party going by celebrating with different Blizzard flavors every month. Like this month, come to Dairy Queen and try the M&M Brownie Blizzard. M&M chocolate candy pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and chocolatey topping blended with creamy DQ vanilla soft serve. Get yours now for a limited time at Dairy Queen at 203 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Only at Dairy Queen. So good, it's free DQ-less. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more True Tiger football.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back here as we're live in Atlanta, Georgia, DeKalb County. Enjoying a fun night of football as so far the Troup Tigers are just behind by 1 point, 7-6. And we're at halftime, and we're about to get to hear the Troup Tiger Band. And I tell you what, why don't we start halftime off with enjoying some Troup Tiger Band right here on 96.9, 1240, and on the web at eagle1023.com. Here is the Troup Tiger Band. There you go, the Troup Tiger Band. Glad to have a chance to have them on the radio here on 96.9, 1240, and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. And if you did not get the chance to see them, you sure could have if you were going to eagle1023.com and watch the video stream and get a chance to see the band and all their glory here. I tell you, this is one of the few places that we can easily back the camera up and get the entire band in place because we're so far away. This is one thing that I must say about this stadium is that Halford Stadium here in DeKalb County is big.
It really is. The visitors' sideline, the stands go from the goal line to goal line on the home side the same way, Coleman. We're a little higher. As I told Jack earlier, this may be the highest venue that we've had in a long time, other than perhaps Carrollton 2 years ago. But, I was going to say, you mentioned streaming live, and I've got texts from Jekyll Island, where our family's down there. They're listening and watching the Tigers on the web. I've got a text already from Augusta, Georgia, where longtime friend Robert Palmer, 1979 graduate of Troup High. He and his family watch us every week on the web, and it's just kind of neat once you start spreading the word. We've got guys down at the track. They're not even texting me anymore. Why? Because they're watching on a laptop and their smartphone. So it's kind of neat, So if you're traveling between maybe going out to eat in LaGrange and what have you, and you want to hear the score, man, when you get home, flip open your laptop, look at your smartphone while you're on the road, check out your Tigers.
Yeah, and most people don't know this. You can easily download the Ustream app and then search WLAG, and you can watch it on your smartphone. And also, you can take your laptop if you happen to have a HD TV and plug it directly into your big screen TV and watch it there in big screen glory and really feel like you're ESPN it or Foxing it right there at your house.
It is absolutely amazing the technology. It seems like, I was talking to my son yesterday about his GPS system, and I said, 2 years, he said, I've had it for 2 years. I said, but look about how much technology changes so quickly nowadays. Yeah. So, wow.
Without a doubt. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back and talk some more halftime as the Troup Tigers are 6, Redan is 7. The Tigers are looking pretty good. They just got to keep scoring. Let's see if it can happen in the second half. As you're listening to Troup Tiger Football on WLAG 1240, 96.9, and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closing, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
Jesse Lichter here from Kia LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll. It starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
We're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens to your car, home, or business. In this moment, get an agent who'll protect you in that moment. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
Rob and Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch. Call 706-845-7000. This week's featured listing is 931 Malibu Drive, a well-kept brick home, great in-town location, 3 bedrooms for only $79,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We'll catch up with Johnny Hurd in just a moment, the director of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. They did a tremendous job tonight. Greg and I were just talking about it, and if you're watching the live stream, you see their drum majors making their way onto the field, just bouncing their way out there. And they got some pretty awesome bands here, that's for sure. And we're about to hear some of the Redan band. They're a little fired up now.
Yeah, if you want to watch a show, watch it now, baby.
Now, I'm looking down there, Greg, and if I'm going by the Greg Hicks measurement, that's a 6 tuba band.
I've counted them, 6.
Yep.
And people size, they're probably twice as big as a Tiger band. But you know what? I was just saying off the air that, we got visitor alumnus Jim Watson up here with us, and we appreciate him stopping by. Also, may I might add, member of the Auburn band, or at least a former member of the Auburn band. Man, I don't know that the Tigers have they sounded this good, especially the first game of the season. They have done a wonderful job.
As a Tiger band alum,
there you go.
Not Auburn Tiger, Troup High School Tiger band. But I never marched on the field, so I can't say a whole lot. I was in the locker room at halftime, but I think that Johnny Hurt has done. You and I were talking about a minute ago. Has just a tremendous job making this program his own, and these kids have stepped up to the plate and just continue to do a great job week in, week out. The Redan here with a very large band. We were so impressed in the previous game by the bands that the two teams, Lithonia and
Miller Grove.
Yep, they had just great bands as well. That's a big part of the culture of high school football. Friday night, it is the cheerleaders, it's the band, everybody working together to make this experience so special. And these kids are giving their all down the field right now.
But, we talk about special. You mentioned, let's go back to the Tigers in the first half. We had a quick little block punt, if you will, of one of maybe our second possession, and it turned into a quick 7 points by the Redan Raiders.
Yep.
We're down early, but again, we talked about how the Tigers just kind of even keel. They never really got down, tucked their heads. They just kept playing at it. And at one point in time in the second quarter, we had our backs on the 2-yard line, and actually late in the first quarter, marched it all the way down inside the red zone, couldn't capitalize. And in the middle of the second quarter, same thing happened. We came on for about a 50-yard drive, just couldn't bring it and capitalize it. And then we had a real good turnover, good field position of the Redan Raiders. The Tigers were able to capitalize with about 30 seconds to go, was able to come in and put 6 points on the board, call the last time out, bring back the wishbone, and was able to attempt to, but didn't quite make it. But, again, barring just a couple of mistakes that you and I talked about early, it could very well be 14-7. True.
Yep.
Sure could.
Well, 14-0 because if we had not had those front problems, they wouldn't have scored. Defense have done a great job. Greg and I are going to talk more about this. We're actually going to ask Johnny Hurd to join us. When we come back from our next break. Let us know you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Caring about people, building relationships, supporting our community. At CB&T, it's what we do, day after day, year after year. During our 71 years, we've worked hard to be the bank more people in Troup County trust with their money. So it's probably no surprise that we have 3 local branches and more ATMs to serve you than any other bank in the area. We're CB&T, familiar faces and a welcoming smile. CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You love Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Your whole family loves Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Each time you eat a Blizzard, it's as if you're throwing a party for your taste buds. And you can keep that party going by celebrating with different Blizzard flavors every month. Like this month, come to Dairy Queen and try the M&M Brownie Blizzard. M&M chocolate candy pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and chocolatey topping blended with creamy DQ vanilla soft serve. Get yours now for a limited time at Dairy Queen at 203 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Only at Dairy Queen. So good, it's free DQ-less.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Thanks to Rhett back at the station for giving us that break there. I'm joined now by the now if the band is the pride of Troup County, what does that make the band director? As I'm sitting here with Johnny Hurd, the even more the band with all the pride in Troup County, Mr. Johnny Hurd, the band director at Troup High School.
Well, I am one proud man tonight. First halftime show of the season, and I was super happy to see the product that came out tonight. I've actually got a few 8th graders out there with me this year.
Wow!
Something I've never done before, and they rose to the occasion and really threw it out there for this this out-of-town crowd who was singing along to their show tonight. So
now, when you have 8th graders coming, do they come over to the high school and practice with y'all in the afternoons?
Yeah, after school at Long Cane, they get bussed over to the high school. So we start practice at 4 o'clock rather than the 3:30 time. It's made for some late nights, but
Sure.
we're having some great times out there.
I mean, talk about building your program, and you get them so excited as an 8th grader to be a part of the band. That's just going to inspire them to go forward. And also, their friends see them on a Friday night on the field. That's going to make them want to be in the band in 6th grade even more and build that program up. So,
well, I think so. I think the friends that are not on the field, that are still back at the middle school, some of them are wishing that they had jumped on board. And I think it's really going to help us out next year, like you say. So I'm excited. We'll have some 5-year marchers.
Yep, that's awesome. 5-year marcher. Wow, that's really cool. Your band program continues to grow, continues to be a source of great pride for the school. I think that you've done a real professional job with the band, Johnny. I go to a lot of football games. I see a lot of bands. There's a lot of folks that kind of go to a real kind of loosey-goosey, kind of throw their bodies all over the field. I really like that you got nice, tight lines, and you've got these kids understanding what marching in a marching band means.
Yeah, we really focus on the core style marching, traditional style marching with a lot of pages. Our show has 54 different pages of drill in it this year, which is more than we've ever had. And so they really have to focus on their fundamentals as well as their musicianship. And so it's a workout for them every day. They have fun because our show is fun. We're doing an 80s show this year. But it's not just, like you say, loosey-goosey. I mean, there is precision that we have to hit everything for it to work.
Well, and I appreciate that. Just someone who's been around bands and watching this for years, that's something that means a lot to me. And I think that you're doing a tremendous job there at the high school. Talk about real quick some of the folks that help you out with your program.
I'm really lucky this year that I have Nikki Adams back for a 2nd year. She works with our Tigerettes. We have Courtney Harry, who is a former Troup High School majorette that has come back to work with the majorettes this year. Christine Johnson is at Long Cane Middle School, and then I handle the high school band by myself. So I did have some guys from Auburn University come out for band camp this year, which the kids really dig, having some college guys come over and show them what the real deal does. So it was a good time at band camp. They learned a lot, and we're excited about the season.
That sets a vision for them. What can I do in the future? You know, it's not just I'm going to march in high school. You can get a scholarship and go march at a major college on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, they certainly can. I've got students that have gone to Auburn, Georgia, Clemson, University of West Georgia. I've got Alabama now. I have 2 former students marching in Alabama.
Now, do y'all have a signing day? I mean, where the kids, they put their hats on, they sit across the table?
That would be really cool if we did. No, and it's one of those things that a lot of them don't know until late spring or even in the summer, and some of them don't know until the fall when they go to band camp if they're even going to make it onto the marching band. They're pretty cutthroat.
I think we need to set that vision. Talk to Mr. Metters, the new principal at Troup High. Talk to Mr. Metters and say, look, I want a signing day for my band members, okay? Get the media there, get the cameras there. I mean, we got all these different newspapers in LaGrange. We got to get somebody to cover that thing.
Well, I think that I'll be able to have a good time working with Mr. Metters this year. He came right out and made a musical request on his first week on campus. He wanted to hear a little bit of the old FSU war chant. So I think we might have to break that out for him sometime here in the 4th quarter.
Did I hear the Batman theme a minute ago?
You did. That was a special request from our seniors, and that was going to be our first comeback. When the band on the other side played a song, we were going to play Batman, and sure enough, we did it, and we rocked it.
Well, I loved it. I was digging it. It was great. It was great. Well, Johnny, I appreciate you joining us here at halftime. We'll be talking to you all season long. Proud of your band, proud of your program. I appreciate you being up here with us.
Well, thanks for having me, man. I look forward to the season, too. You guys have a good night.
Let's take a quick break. Right now, the Tigers trail 7-6. We're at halftime. We got kickoff coming right up. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen, and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com. Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closing, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
At LaGrange College, we believe that you can't fully define who you are until you find your passion. That's something inside you that says nothing is impossible. Come to one of our fall preview days at LaGrange College. Taste the energy and excitement of college life and find out how LaGrange College can transform your life by helping you find your passion. Fall preview days at LaGrange College, Saturday, September 29th and Saturday, October 27th. RSVP online today, lagrange.edu.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle102.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here at Callaway Stadium. Good to see Johnny Hurd there at halftime. Jim Watson also, who lives just a little bit here from the stadium.
Behind Lennox Mall.
Yes. So if, those of you that frequent Lennox Mall, like Greg and I do, you can tell by the way we walk around with our clothes where we go shop. At Mud Creek Graphics, that's where we get our clothes.
That's right. We can only afford screen-printed T-shirts for our executive wear.
No, embroidered. Hey, we're both wearing our embroidered Troup High School Tiger shirts tonight.
It's soon to be Eagle Sports polos. Waiting on that now.
Man, I'll tell you what, we're stepping uptown. They've put another minute on the clock as the Tigers will be on the receiving side to start the second half. They are in the end zone, still warming up, getting ready to go. With Redan Raiders will be kicking the ball off to start the second half of play. About 46 seconds left on the clock. But, Greg, it is a half that I think that the Tigers have a great opportunity to do some amazing things. Was really impressed as the second quarter came around. The mistakes stopped. We moved the ball well in both the wishbone. Also, as we went to the spread, we did well with that. I think the quarterback, Will Smith, has just done a tremendous job for his youth, for his size. He doesn't look hurried, doesn't look like he's fearful at all. He seems to be just incredibly brave back there in the backfield.
Well, let's go back about 3 years ago when Brandon Smith, his older and much taller brother, did a wonderful job at quarterback. Never did really get rattled and took a lot of hits unnecessarily, but he always bounced up and ran back to the huddle and really managed a good offense. And when we talk about managing a good offense, a lot of coaches think you ought to have your best athlete at quarterback. But really, as Greg Watts told me years ago, and I have to agree with him, you really need your best field general at quarterback, not necessarily your best athlete. In some cases, it is that way. But
well, let's look at the NFL, Michael Vick versus Peyton Manning. Your best athlete hasn't done the big one.
That's right.
And your field general has.
Yeah. So, you put the balls in, you put the ball in Will Smith's hand, and you let him run the offense and let your skill people create the plays.
All right, well, here we go. We're set to kick off the second half of play. A fresh 12 minutes on the clock. There's the kick. High kick is going to go into the end zone. Bounce there. They'll bring it out to the 20, where the Tigers will take it first and 10 with their second worst field position of the ball game.
Yeah, I was just noticing the Redan kicker evidently has real confidence in his leg, and there are already some little mouthing from the Redan people. But, yeah, the kicker kicked it, stood there, and just kind of like waved his hand like, get out of here. I knew it was going. He didn't even chase after the ball, so a little bit of strangeness over on the Redan's sidelines.
I can see it going.
But, again, if the Tigers can overcome some early mistakes, they went to the wishbone, which really fooled a lot of people. We were kind of looking for the spread offense.
Did you see what the 10-yard penalty was for?
It was late, and that's what I saw some Redan kids kind of coming up really clapping and nodding their head like they was a lot of jawing going on. So there must have been a personal foul by the Tigers.
Well, they mark off 10, so 1st and 20. So what the Tigers will be looking at with have the ball resting on the 10. Will's going to be standing on the 5 as he gets ready to take the first snap.
But once again, the coaches for the Tigers may have to ask the umpires to once again ask the Redan band to kind of chill.
Lamonte Truitt will be in the backfield along with his quarterback, Will Smith. Twins to the left and right. Smith waits for the shotgun snap. Redan looks like they're coming. And
got a movement on the right side of the Tiger offensive line. And again, he may have thought he heard a snap or a snap count, but what he heard was the band beating the drums over here.
Yep. They'll back us up 5. Ball will rest on the 5-yard line. So we took it from the 2 and punched it into the red zone. Maybe now we got to do it from the 5.
Well, let's give it our best shot.
The 4-man front, but they're walking 2 linebackers up.
You know, they've had 6 to 8 men in the box really most all night.
Smith has a man to his left and right, going to run the veer, and they're going to read it very well. Going to hit us right as we hand the ball off. Going to lose about 2 yards.
Well, when you bring in 6 to 8 men in the box with stunting going all the time, you really outnumber your offensive line. So you really try to do a quick hitter and hope that your defense line over pursues the handoff, which so far tonight hadn't been the case for the Tigers. Or maybe you do a little misdirection to kind of get them off your – maybe you do a little tight end dump or a little quick slant pass, a little stab pass out and out. But you've got to do it quick to get that defensive line off your back.
Well, and we could see a bootleg come out of that because Will kind of came out of that untouched, kind of pop around and look for that somebody out in the flats like you were just talking about. Going to run tight, back to the wishbone. Had a lot of this worked real well for us earlier. And we're going to go upfield, pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards, get across the 5. Brings up 3rd down, and we'll call it 14.
Just simply smash mouth football. We got a Redan player down, came off the bottom of the pile. So
his helmet's off, and he looks to be injured. 10:56 left to go in the third quarter play. 7-6 is your score. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch at 706-845-7000. This week's featured listing is 202 Melrose Drive, a well-built home in a family neighborhood, 3 bedrooms for just $94,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed, call Robert Joel Upchurch at 706-845-7000 or search Robert Joel Upchurch on the web.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. They're still working on the young man down the field. It was hurt on that last play. Tigers looking at 3rd and about 14. As we're in the third quarter play, Tigers are trailing 7-6. Tigers fell behind early in the ball game on a problem with a punt. The ball rolled into the end zone and actually was picked up on about the 2 and then advanced into the end zone. And then the Tigers, late in the first half of play, were able to punch it in and pick up 6 points.
You know, one of the things we really don't have any statistician. We appreciate the old days with John Hughes, and sometimes when we're at Callaway Stadium,
Dave Howard.
Eckleberry, that's right, Dave Howard. But really, without even looking at any kind of stats, we know that the Tigers were able to move the ball offensively and really had, I'm just assuming, had a pretty good first half offensively. And defensively, they held Redan Raiders really they didn't really move the ball a whole lot. No. And you're right, the only scoring came from Redan was on a block punt inside our 5-yard line.
The first down is going to be really important for us right now. Redan, though, tell you what, they're putting about 9 men in the box. We're going back to the wishbone. Smith under center. Takes the snap. Going to toss it. We lose the ball. It's going to go down on the ground. Let's see. I think we got on it.
I think Will Smith tossed it over to, and I want to say Ricky Frazier. That was a good toss. Hand, chest high, hit him right where it needed to be. I believe Ricky was looking for a hole before he found the ball in his hand. And when you do that, if you don't look that ball in first, you got to protect the football. I know the instinct, and you can see he's really disgusted with himself, but your instinct is to be looking for that hole, and you're so confident in your abilities that you just assume that ball's going to be where it needs to be. And in that case, we fumbled the ball, and now we got a tall guy, looks like maybe Trevor Spradlin, back to punt and almost on the back line.
Yep, he's standing right back there deep. Going to take the snap, step up, get the kick off, and not a whole lot on it. It's going to hit and bounce back, and they're going to whistle it dead at about the 15, so a net 5-yard punt.
Dalton Hadley in his pursuit, the ball just bounced right back in his hand, and you're right, Jack. He picks it up on the 15, and that's where actually they're going to show it on the 20, so Redan Raiders will take it over in excellent field position. Other than that punt, which they just simply moved into the end zone with it, this is probably some of their best starting position all night long.
Tell you what, you don't realize how much we miss our previous kicker last year.
What's one of the things Coach Kendall said is it's really been a battle. And when you have somebody like Jordan Vann that has kicked the ball so well over the last 2 or 3 years, you really got to you really see now how important that kicking game can be, even at the high school level. So he's really working hard to get these punting game going for the Tigers.
Once again, they have Redan having trouble getting to the line of scrimmage. They're going with a power eye right. They're going to roll to a sweep, a quarterback sweep. We're going to do a good job of the the defense just smash mouth football. They're going to lose about 5, maybe 6 yards.
You got to give credit to Brandon Hurd from his cornerback position, number 4 junior. Just simply, he's having a heck of a night tonight defensively. He simply cuts off that corner. The quarterback's not allowed to get around it. And not only does he cut the corner off, he cuts it off blocking, taking on 2 blockers. And that allowed the backside linebackers to come in, and we're looking at a 10-yard loss. Ball spotted all the way back to the 30-yard line. So we were just talking about that Tiger defense.
In fact, that's the most yards we've gotten on the so far.
Our best offense is our defense. Is that what you're saying?
Trips to the near side, a man wide to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, backs up to pass, looking, go throw across the middle, complete, and he is just wrapped up quickly right at the original line of scrimmage.
He may have gained a yard. Up to about maybe the 20. They're going to spot it at the 28. As I've been informed, a female side judge. She's doing a wonderful job, I might add. But the ball is spotted after a 2-yard gain on the 28-yard line.
Got it's like weird formation of trips. They crawl across the middle of the field, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. A chance at picking that one up, but the quarterback is hit hard as he got rid of that ball. I tell you what, I'm just really proud of our front line. They're doing a tremendous job getting across the Redan front line.
Lamonte Truitt, the cornerback at that time, the right side quarterback, had good coverage on the wideout. He was able to front the wideout, and guess who? Behind him, number 4, once again, Brandon Hurd. I've mentioned his name probably 7 or 8 times tonight. He seems to be in on a majority of the plays. I'm going to look forward for an exciting year out of Brandon Hurd. Seemed like during the scrimmage and all night tonight, number 4 tends to be in the middle of everything.
And it's 4th down to go right along with number 4. Trips to the near side. They're going back up to pass, looking, going to throw across the middle, and we're going to get a holding call probably against Redan, but I think we'll probably decline that and take the ball 1st and 10 from the 27. Let's see what the call is.
The ball was on the pass play, was just bounced up into the hands of Malcolm Tatum. That's going to be holding.
I would guess if I'm the coaching staff that I'm going to decline that and take over.
I think
offense.
I'd like to have the ball.
Yep. When in doubt, take the ball. Decline, yes. They listen to us once again. So the Troup High School Tiger offense will make their way onto the field now. Excellent job by the defense once again.
The Tiger defense has really set the tone tonight. They have been playing excellent game tonight. Again, they took over with it on the ball on the 20-yard line right there. Jack.
And advanced it to the 27.
And that's right. And back the Redan Raiders up 10 yards on the second play on an excellent pursuit on that defense. And it held them to 4 and out. And now the Tigers take over on the 28-yard line. And you're right, because they started inside the 5 or right on the 5-yard line with that penalty.
It's even more than that. They're not just winning the line of scrimmage. They're getting really good upfield pursuit. And really the quarterback doesn't have a chance to do much of anything but quickly release the ball. Their running plays just haven't happened at all. Tigers going back to the spread. Going to roll Jalen Hicks as a tailback back there. Put a man in motion. Going to hand the ball off to Frazier. Frazier going around the left side. Going to pick up about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
That's one of the few times tonight that little motion has worked, where he turns it up inside, picks up about 5. And really, you want that play to pick up 5 or 6, and every once in a while you're going to hit it for a long gain because you're going to be able to break a tackle. But that play is designed where you've got a man in motion, so he's already got a head of steam, if you will, when he takes the handoff. And if you can get Levi Cornwell to hit the outside shoulder of that defensive end and hook him, then you open up an outside lane. Now, it's up to the motion back to read whether I go outside or inside. So it really depends on how Levi takes his man.
Goes back to the timing of that play, too, because that man in motion, you got to get right there. That snap has to be exactly there at the right moment. Tigers rolling Jalen Hicks back into the slot position now. Going to be a delay of game, I think, on the Tigers. Yep. Took a little bit too long. Just inexperience. He lined up on the far side, needed him back over here. So they'll back him up 5. We lost that 5 yards that we had. 2nd and 10 now.
One of the things, especially with the spread offense, you've got a lot of guys running in and off the field. You got to know where you need to be. You got to be beside your coach. And when you need to go in, you need to get out there and sprint, because delay of games really, they can be costly, and it's just really foolish penalties. Everyone should be able to manage that clock, and only under extreme confusion should you have a delay of game.
Ricky Frazier in the slot. Malcolm Tatum out wide to the right. We're going to lose the ball on the snap. Will jumps on it awful quick. Does a good job, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 17.
That backs the ball up to the 21-yard line. Again, a low snap, and it was off to Will's left side. So where you really want the ball about chest high to stomach high, he's been picking it up on his ankles all night long, and this one was a little off. So Hernandez Jackson really going to be practicing that a lot this next week, because he's a sophomore, and working with Will, you really got to get that shotgun offense down.
Takes a snap. He rolls. Got it in pursuit, and he's going to be hit and brought down at about the 14-yard line, and the Tigers will have to punt the ball away.
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about in the first half is that Coach Kendall, I'm sure his offensive line coach, Jay Floyd's going to have to really sit down and talk with these tackles. Even though they're bringing the offensive line for Troup, even though the Redan Raiders are bringing 6 to 8 guys up in the box all the time, and in essence outnumbering your 5-man offensive line, you got one tailback when you've got 3 wideouts. It's kind of hard to create anything. So you got to have play action. Well, you got to give Will the wide receivers enough time to run the routes. And if you're running deep patterns, it's ever so more important that the offensive line hold their counts.
The sophomore, Nick Burek, will take the ball, loses it, picks it up, and is going to be tackled at the 3. And the punting game woes once again hit the Tigers as they'll give the ball over to Redan at the 3-yard line. Let's take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Jesse Lichter here from Kia LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll and starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
We're open 8 today, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. It's 1st and goal for the Redan Raiders, but the Tigers really don't care as they punch across the line. They're going to tackle them for a 3-yard loss. So 1st and goal now from the 7.
Big Maurice Swain standing at 6'5", 313 from his right tackle, defensive tackle position, just crushes the line and takes him for about a 2-yard loss, maybe a 3-yard loss. But again, the Tigers' defense have been asked to step it up tonight time and time and time again. And the offensive unit, the offensive line in particular really has to maintain their block, even though they're overwhelmed. And I know the coaching staff is doing some things to try to get that defense off pressure off of Will Smith. So let's hold them now, Tigers, and let's get this ball back on offense.
Tight slits by Redan. Long snap count. And we're going to upend them. And again, great job, a great reaction time by that line, because that was kind of there's a quick hitter, and they were all over it.
Well, really, it was just a quarterback sneak. He just kind of took the snap and slid off to his left between the guard and the center, and he may have picked up 2 yards back down to the 5-yard line. So should be 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. And again, you know you're in 2-down territory because these guys' kicking game. We watched the PAT, and it barely made it over the crossbar. So you know that they're in 4-down territory. So the Tigers really need to stiffen up here and play what they've been doing all night and keep them out of the end zone.
So Redan comes lethargically back to the line of scrimmage. Single back set. Quarterback going to put a man wide to the left side. And the play's whistle dead.
Delay of game.
Yep. So they back him up 5.
I'll be honest with you. The quickest thing that this umpiring crew done tonight is keep the time clock, because as far as moving up and down the field, you mentioned the word lethargic. That's kind of the way they move as well.
That's Greg Hicks, Scarab Mud Creek Graphics.
Well,
if you have any questions. Timeout called on the field. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7-6 is your score. 4:12 left to go in the third quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hey, I can see the beginning.
Actually, we're going to keep it here. With 4:12 left to go. 7-6 is your score. The Tigers have taken a timeout, and they're over on the far side.
You know, just looking at the Tigers, Jack, and through the streaming video, I don't see a whole lot of Tigers kind of leaning over, resting on their knees as if they're just tremendously tired. And so if there's a benefit of the seemingly confused sidelines of Redan and how they move in and out of the plays, and even the confusion on offense and defense, it may have benefited some of these guys from the Tigers that go both ways, and that they're not running the plays as fast, so they get a little bit of break. I know last week when both teams were running the spread with no huddle offense, you get tired real quick.
Something else I've noticed just from the environment, while it has cleared up, we have a beautiful full moon over the stadium, the humidity has risen quite a bit. I mean, there's a lot of moisture in the air, so that's going to make it a little bit harder to get your wind as you're down the field. Double tights, offset eye. They're going to back up to pass. Tigers all over them. They're going to throw it towards the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. But, man, we almost got him in the backfield again.
The tremendous amount of pressure. We've got a Tiger, looks like Michael Tatum from his defensive end position. It comes up, and he might, just as soon as I say something about being tired, he either got stepped on, he might have a little bit of a cramp, but he comes out. So this will be 4th down, and one of the things Michael Tatum is, he's the kind of kid as a senior that from his defensive tackle position you don't want to lose, especially on 4th down here inside the 10-yard line.
4th and goal from the 10. Redan looking to try a field goal. Ball resting on it'll be kicked from about the 15. It's about a 25-yard kick. Kick is up. And that kick is good. So they put 3 on the board. 10-6, barely over the crossbars, but it did nonetheless. So 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter play. Tigers trailing 10-6. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 1240 WLAG.
As a business owner, nothing compares to the sense of pride you feel when unlocking your business first thing in the morning. In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
Now back to more Troup Tiger Football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9.
Welcome back. The deafening noise that you hear is the band of the Redan Raiders. You can see them if you're watching on 96.9, on Eagle1023.com and the streaming video there.
I appreciate Coleman identifying the tubas on the Redan band
There's 6
section.
tuba band in the Greg Hicks scale of bands.
We can need a quick 6 here, Jack. Let's turn this some
Let's run it
excitement
back.
up.
Be taken at the 10 by the Tigers, up to the 20. Good wall. Down the sidelines at the 30. And out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So good job getting the ball up the field.
Dalton Hadley still on the field along with Darryl Dunlap. Looks like they may have collided, and Dalton is kind of holding his left leg. I don't know if he's cramping or if they just hit on helmet to knee kind of thing. But anyway, Brandon Hurd is able to take the ball all the way back up to about the 36-yard line. Excellent return from the 10-yard line, Jack. And again, number 4, Brandon Hurd, just been all over the place tonight.
Yep, they're going to escort him off the field.
Well, he's got his right leg is stiff, so that to me would indicate a cramping in the hamstring or in the calf muscle. So just as I talk about how they have some rest, I think I've jinxed them.
Well, he had his hammer head got hit by a hammer leg that time. 10-6 is your score. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter play. Tigers trailing. They come back to the spread. Put a man in motion. Take the snap. Hand the ball off in the backfield. We break one tackle, get upfield, get about 2 yards.
That time, Lamonte Truitt was at quarterback where they had taken Will and given him a little rest and handed the ball off to Bruce Danford straight up the middle and was able to pick up maybe a 2-yard gain. So looks like we've got Will sitting over there on the sideline beside Coach Kendall. And the offensive coordinator of the Tigers, Donald Johnson. And it looks like they will maintain Lamonte Truitt, a senior who has had many times the ability to quarterback for the Tigers.
He'll take the snap, and he's going to run it on his own upfield across the 40. So it's about 3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers.
And again, one of the things that Truitt offers, Truitt stands at 5'9", 161, a little bit more experience, and even though he's played several positions, he's also played quarterback on occasion throughout his high school career. But he's also a little bit better runner than Will Smith is. And so with that, it's kind of like a wildcat from his quarterback position as Truitt comes in for Will Smith.
Back to the spread. Truitt puts a man in motion, takes the snap, takes the handoff. He's going to keep it, going around the far side. He's going to the end zone. Can he get around? Yes, he does. To the 50. I said end zone. I meant on the far side. He picks up the first down and more across the 50-yard line.
One of the few sparks in the offense tonight is Truitt takes it, and in one of those reading, he does not give it to the motion back. He pulls it, takes it around to the left side, the short side of the field, actually has to elude 2 or 3 Redan tacklers and is able to pick up about 14 yards. So immediately, you see the difference, and we've yet to pass out of the spread. It's all been handoff or quarterback option.
So here we go. There's the snap. He takes it, going to hand the ball off into the line, and they're going to hit him immediately.
And again, exactly, had he read that one and pulled it, there were 4 tacklers already tackling the tailback, and Truitt would have had daylight on the Troup sidelines. So I'm sure he's thinking, don't fool me next time. I'll take that ball out. But, again, that's a dimension that Lamonte brings you that Will, being a little bit smaller and a little bit more inexperienced, doesn't have at this point in time. And the Tigers really needing some rejuvenation, if you will, on the offense.
Tatum to the wide side of the field. Frazier in the slot. Redan coming. We lose the ball, and we're going to get down on it. Actually, they're going to say that Redan has it. Redan has it at the 45-yard line, so the Tigers lose it on a bad snap. And it's the little detail things right now, Greg, that are killing us.
Well, and Truitt going both ways. It was kind of his body was leaning toward the right side. The ball went to his left, and he couldn't adjust to get back fast enough to dive on the ball, and a defensive tackle got there before Truitt could get there. So, again, just when you had 2 or 3 sparks of offense, you turn the ball over. And, again, that's not something that the skill athletes did. That was simply a center snap situation, and not the first situation with the center tonight. So I'm sure the coaching staff's going to have the young center over there kind of talking to him a little bit, I'm sure nicely.
Yeah, of course. Long snap count for Redan. They were kind of known for that tonight. They'll take it. They're going to hand the ball off. They'll get a little bit more upfield than they have. This is the best yardage offensively they've got across the 40, about 5-yard gain.
All right, Dalton Hadley gets up, and one of the Redan players kind of bumps him hard into his chest, and Dalton does the first push. Now let's see if, of course, the Redan guy did retaliate. Excuse me. Is that they always see the second guy, or do they actually see Dalton this time?
We'll see.
But flags come a-flying, and I'm hoping that they'll just be offsetting, and we'll just settle down and play some ball. The flags are thrown on the 40-yard line. Right now it's showing 2nd down and 6, but depending on the penalty, could result in a first down for Redan or just simply play over. Long time to make this decision, Jack.
Here we go. Personal foul against Troup. And that's it.
All right. That was a long chess move there. So a personal foul, that should be a 15-yarder, Jack.
I would expect. 5, 10, 15. So actually the biggest gain for Redan in the second half comes off a 15-yard personal foul. Minute 15 left to go in the third. 10-6. We've spent a lot of time down here at this part of the field. Here they come. This would have been wide right. Have a slot to the right side. Really kind of a wing. Going to run a little trap play, and the Tigers read it so well. They're going to lose about 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
Had a stunt coming in from number 8 for the Tigers. Devontae Carter from his outside linebacker position just simply hit the hole so quick and hit the tailback in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. So now it's 2nd down, and they call it 10 on the scoreboard, but it's really 2nd down and a little more like 12, Jack.
Yep. 48 seconds left to go. 10-6 your score. Tigers trailing right now by 4.
Looks like Chris Meacham, the defensive coordinator, is kind of really trying to create some situations now. We really need a defensive turnover. We've come close to a couple interceptions tonight, Jack, but really you can sense the Tigers on both sides of the ball really trying to make something happen.
Yep. There's the snap. Tigers with a good full field motion. The running back's going to get some good yardage upfield. Going to be short of the first down. But actually another big gain. They had a nice hole coming around that left side. We did such a great job collapsing inside that they get popped out around us. Just didn't have quite the contain that we needed.
Well, Dalton Hadley went to the outside to contain a little tailback, cut it back up inside, and then he zigzagged to the outside after. It was about a 10-yard gain, maybe 11-yard gain, leaving it 3rd and 1 as the ball rests on the 16-yard line of the Tigers.
And that's the end of the third quarter of play. 10-6 is your score, Tigers trailing. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Is your Remax Lease agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch. Call 706-845-7000. This week's featured listing is 931 Malibu Drive, a well-kept brick home, great in-town location, 3 bedrooms for only $79,500. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're going into the fourth quarter, 10-6. We're going to take one more moment. We're going to do 60 seconds worth of spots. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter play live from Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Should've known this day would come. Now I've had an accident and I'm feeling quite alone. Called them at least 20 times, but they won't pick up the phone. Without personal service, my policy's kinda worthless. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Don't deny yourself a call to State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Kia.
Party rock!
Jesse Lick here from Kia LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll and starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Where we're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling.
The action continues now with more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1248, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. It's 3rd and 1 for Redan. Tigers going to push across the line. Redan going to get close. Let's see where they mark it. Just a little dive to the far side. And it looks like we stopped them.
Well, I don't know, Jack. The sideline's coming in on the just beyond the 15, inside the 15, and they had to get to about the 15 and a half. So they Redan players are saying they've got a first down, but I believe they're going to call for a
first down.
Give them a first down.
So Redan picks up a first down.
Only
just
by
shy
inches,
of the 15.
though, Jack. Only by inches.
Yep. Again, a good first surge by the front line of the Troup High School Tigers.
And this is definitely when, the Tigers, I mentioned earlier that looks like they're trying to force some issues right now, trying to create some havoc. This is really when the Tigers could use a defensive turnover right now.
You got that right. Redan, their quarterback, going to back up the pass, looking. Going to throw it to the end zone, throwing to the corner. Some Tigers back there. Oh, no. They're not going to throw a flag on that. The ball was nowhere near being catchable. And one of the Redan players runs into us.
That's right. Malcolm Tatum just kind of just bumps the wide receiver after the ball is overthrown, and yet we're going to get either a pass interference or a personal foul is what it's going to be because the ball was not catchable.
Let's see what the call is going to be. Personal foul against the Tigers. And I think when you called it, Greg, they're going to call it, I guess, maybe a late hit after the play.
Well, I would more like call it a late tap.
Yeah, it was. So that's going to bring them half the distance to the goal line. Ball rests now on the 7. And the Redan faithful are very excited about that. 2 tight ends. Power I. Now, they've passed out of this formation before. They've also run a sweep, so everything's not necessarily coming right up the middle.
That's true.
So 1st and 3 from the 7-yard line. They're going to go quarterback sneak right up the middle. They're going to get across the 5. And still a lot of bumping going on inside that line as the whistle's blown.
Just simply a quarterback sneak. And, again, you stand them up, and you've got so many players there that it's kind of like a traffic jam. Nobody's going anywhere, but it just seems to take 1 or 2 seconds longer to blow that whistle than I would think that it should.
Right.
But maybe they want to give the player every benefit of the doubt to break away. But you at the same time, you also risk a possible injury when you got all these players just stacked up and nobody's going anywhere. So it's a toss-up.
1st and goal from the 4.5. They hand off into the line, and not the best place to go against the Troup High School Tigers tonight. As the Tigers have the ball, now the fall's finally whistled dead, but he's down at the 40.
Yeah, Bruce
Hadley's down to the 40-yard line with the ball.
Bruce Stanford just snatches it out of his arm. Again, I just was talking about how when you get a big traffic jam here, all the players and the whistle doesn't blow, and Bruce Stanford snatches the ball out. And when he gets up to the 40, they decide to blow the whistle. I don't even know if the umpire saw him even have the ball.
No, I don't think so.
So, again, you run that risk on a late whistle to injury, confusion, what have you. But, there's a fine line between how quick of a whistle you should blow but also how late of a whistle you should blow.
Well, maybe the officials that were supposed to be here tonight may be with the NFL tonight. So
it could be.
Because, they've got those replacement
Would
officials.
these be scab officials?
Timeout's called on the field by the Redan Raiders. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 9:51 left to go. 10-6 your score. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs is closed, Harry Prater of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle102.com.
Over on the far side, you hear the Pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band playing.
Is that the Fox Sports theme coming back into?
No, that's not Fox. That's another sports channel.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to
CBS Sports, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe ABC Worldwide, Wild World Sports, maybe.
Yahoo? No.
Yahoo?
We just don't know.
I'll tell you, 9:51 remaining in this football game. Redan's up 10-6 over your Tigers, and I can't say that I'm liking the way this is looking down inside the. Really, the ball's on the 5-yard line. It's second down and goal.
Third and goal.
Okay,
isn't that 3?
It's third and goal. The scoreboard's showing second goal.
I just can't see.
It's marked third on the sideline, though.
Here we go. They're going to run a little option play. The quarterback bounced around, and he's going to be taken back down at the line of scrimmage.
Again, you got Michael Tatum in on the tackle. He's the first one to make it. Also getting off the ground is number 17, R.J. Hairston. Again, called his number a lot tonight. You can start to see we talked about the humidity jack and some of these guys getting up off the ground stiff-legged, which really means that they're having a slight cramp either in their hamstring or their calf. And really what they should be doing is just kind of stretching them out, and because if you don't, it'll cramp quick.
They're going to get delay a game call again. Long time in the huddle for Redan. Slowly making their way back to the line of scrimmage. Still some confusion. And quarterback's going to back up, check his line again. Waiting for the flag. It's not thrown. They're going to hand the ball off to the line. We hit him hard. Hit him real hard at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about it. Maybe a yard.
Big junior Devontae Carter from his outside linebacker position. Just simply an inside stunt, slanting in, meets the tailback at the line of scrimmage and just really, really puts a hat on him. So, again, defense is stepping up, and they're really not getting any help by the clock because, again, you and I thought that would have been a delay of game.
Yep.
But it just seems like all of a sudden now that they're getting a few more seconds on the clock. And they're going to attempt a field goal.
Yep. 8:18 left to go. 10-6 is your score. Tigers trailing. They're going to attempt a field goal from the 10. So it'll be about a 20-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up.
And
high. And
it
that's
sneaks
good.
Across the goalpost.
So 13-6 is your score with 8:01 left to go in this ball game. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG. We're going to bring it back here. Keep it here with the 8:01 left to go. 13-6 is your score. Tigers trailing this one. And you hear in the background the band's playing as we're in the fourth quarter of play. And Redan has been stopped running the ball. The Tiger defense has just a tremendous job, but we keep getting in there towards the end zone. We've got a final from the Newnan-LaGrange game. LaGrange has fallen to the Newnan Cougars by a score of 24-21. So a big ball game, a great rivalry continuing there. I hate that for the Grangers.
They did, they're going to. Donnie has really, Coach Branch over at LaGrange High School, his second year as head coach. You know, we had a good round table last Saturday morning on Eagle Sports there at the studio. And Donnie, of course, even though we don't broadcast the LaGrange High School football team, we had all the area high school coaches there, and it was quite an event. And you got a chance to just get a feel for him. And he's excited about his squad this year. Of course, being Troup and LaGrange are bitter rivals in the same region, and that'll be coming up in the 9th game of the year.
There's the kick, taken down to 5. Tigers have a wall there to the 20, upend us. And And we're going to get it back to the 18. Redan finally does something on a play, and they get really super fired up.
Well, they kind of tripped up Ricky Frazier, but it took him about a half a second to get back up on his feet. So I know where it looked like it was a tremendous hit. When a player jumps right back up, it's kind of his way of saying, ain't nothing. So he gets up and runs back to the huddle. So really, with 7:53 going to this ball game, we're still just 7 points away. So a touchdown, extra point ties it up. Touchdown, go for two. A 2-point conversion on the good side, brings this to a 14-13 game. So really, the Tigers need to really have a good drive this time and put some points on the board.
They put a man in motion. Will Smith's back out to pass, and it's batted down. That's batted down. That's not going to be able to advance the ball.
That's right. Yep. Will backs up. He's in the shotgun. He picks up about a 2-step drop from his position, and rifles one across the middle, and some big paw comes up about that time and bats it down. Of course, Redan gets excited. They think they're recovering the interception or fumble in the end zone, and that's just not the case. So the Tigers will have 2nd and 10 as the ball is spotted on the 18-yard line.
Tigers break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Smith back in there at the quarterback position. He'll take the snap, roll to his right, looking, throws it. It's going to be batted, and I could call some pass interference there if it was me.
Well, it looks like the defensive cornerback has a right to the football, but you don't typically go through the man to get the football.
Well, it looked like he wrapped him up before the ball got there, just from my vantage point.
I don't see a lot of argument from the Troup coach sidelines, and we are at the Eagles' nest up here, so our vantage point isn't that great. You like that, didn't you? But so perhaps it was a good call. At any rate, it's 3rd and 10 for you Tigers. Really need to convert this, Jack.
Tigers need a first down, that's for sure. Trips to the near side. Smith. He'll be under center. Takes the snap. Bounces up to him. He's trying to air it out, and he's hit as he throws the ball. They're going to call it he was kind of the Tom Brady tuck roll. He was trying to throw it. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Brings up 4th down.
He was hit as he was throwing the ball on a delayed stunt by the inside linebacker. The inside linebacker kind of just hesitated for a second, maybe a half a second, to let the offensive line commit. He hit the hole, and again, being a timing offense, as Smith goes to throw the ball, luckily his arm was in motion. Otherwise, that would have been a fumble. So that'll bring up 4th down. Ball's on the 18. Nick Burek comes back. We really, really can't emphasize enough what kind of a good snap we need and a good kick, because that just hadn't been at all happening tonight.
No. Flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is for.
Well, it could be illegal participation by the Redan band again, but and I'm being facetious with that because I don't think the Tigers have done anything wrong.
Bringing the teams back on the field. Looks like they're going to go off. And timeout now called by the Troup High School Tigers. So don't know what the flag was all about. They take a timeout. We take one as well. Tigers trailing 13-6 with 7:30 left to go in this contest. You listen to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, Coleman Weiss running the camera unbelievably. You can see it on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com. Tigers going to have to punt the ball away and have had really no luck at all punting the ball tonight. Not in our end zone, at least.
Nick Burek will stand at about the 6-yard line. We discussed earlier, we really need a perfect snap, and really Nick to get one out of there, unlike we've seen him do all year so far. Just hadn't had any luck with the punting game tonight.
Ricky Frazier as the up back there, looking to help protect Nick. And now we're ready. There's the snap. High snap, sails over his head. Goes out of the back of the end zone. Kicked out of the back of the end zone. And that's a safety.
Well, once again, over his head. And Nick Burek heads up rather than letting the ball bounce around in the end zone, which could have been recovered by Redan. He kicks it out of the back, resulting in a safety. So that'll bring the score 15 for Redan and 6 for your Tigers. And even though there's 7:30 left in this ball game, the Tigers really need something positive to happen for them.
And maybe they'll do it after this break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision
2 spots,
Auto
please.
would like
2
to follow
spots.
these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
That's right.
Welcome back. As the Tigers are going to have to kick the ball off now. As the safety, one of the most difficult plays in football, as it adds insult to injury. You tackle on 2 points, now you kick it back up to him, and the ball is kicked off from the 20. We're going to punt it, drop kick it.
It looks like Nick Burek.
Maybe he's looking for he wants to punt the ball sometime tonight. So at least some way let him punt the ball. So he'll take it there. And looks like he's going to drop kick it from there. There's his kick. Little spiral there. Taken at the 35-yard line. They bounce it. Tigers have great coverage. We hit him, but don't knock him down. He's reversing his field. He loses another 10, 15 yards. Ball found it. Ball's on the ground. Tigers have picked it up. They're advancing it to the 15. And the Tigers have the ball down at the 14-yard line.
Picked up by Jonathan Foster, outside linebacker. After several tremendous hits, we've got a Tiger on the field that's down. But wow, nice punt by Nick Burek. Spiral, end over. I mean, just really a pretty punt. And the kid for Redan just back and forth. Several hard hits by the Tigers.
He was hit, bounced all over the field, bounced really 10 yards back. And the
Give
ball
credit for all the Tigers hustling.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Great coverage. So now, I tell you what, we finally see that Nick Burek can kick the ball if it ever gets into his hands.
That's right.
And also
Good
we see that we
job,
got a great coverage team.
and
So
the
now the Tigers have a chance to put the ball in the end zone here.
And take over on the 14-yard line. So, again, what a turn of events, and let's really need to capitalize on this one.
Will Smith heads up play, making sure his players off the field, back to the wishbone. He'll hand the ball off. We cut across. Ricky Frazier to the 10, inside to the 9-yard line, 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Nice surge by that left side offensive line. Levi Cornwell and Wellington Callaway is simply able to pick up about 5.5 yards as Frazier takes it right up the gut. Ball inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
15-6. Tigers going to need 2 scores to go ahead in this game, but you still got a lot of time left on the clock.
But the way this ball game's been going, that's plenty of time. It's kind of like a basketball game.
Back to the wishbone. Running off the right side this time. It's going to be Lamonte Truitt going around the right. He's across the 5, down to the 3. Another huge surge by that line. A first down and goal inside the 4-yard line.
I saw Maury Swain and Mitch Mathis kind of get behind Truitt and just simply push him all the way down inside the 5, down to about the 2. And then we may have a Tiger down.
Position.
It's hard to say. Yes, we got a late Tiger. That would be Truitt getting up.
I think there's people all over him.
But he's up and everything looks good. But there for just an instant, it looked like we might have had a Tiger down. Couldn't really see him, as you said, because there's so many Raiders around him, if you will.
All right, they break the huddle.
So that
running game's
results in the
working.
first down, Jack.
1st and goal. Back to the wishbone. Smith, toss sweep. Truitt takes it, cuts inside. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Go Tigers!
Lead the way blocked by Dalton Hadley and Bruce Danford out of that wishbone. Truitt takes a pitch from Will Smith at about the 7-yard line, cuts it up, and this bitch Mathis just simply corrals his defensive end, pancake blocks him, and just walks into the end zone. So first really good sign that the Tigers had tonight. Good job, Tigers offense.
All right, 15-12. Do you go ahead and kick the extra point?
Well, that brings you within 2. If you go for 2 and you get it, that'll bring you within 1 point. So it gives you an opportunity for a field goal. But either way, if you go for 1 and get it, you're within 3. You're within 2. So either way works.
Well, it's like Coleman said he would have gone for 2, but we're going to go for 1.
Trevor Spradlin with his knee on the 10-yard line.
Waiting for the snap. And I think they jumped off sides there.
It took forever to blow the whistle, and we're going to show an offsides, but not an encroachment. And Coleman still insists on going for 2. Well, maybe the coaching staff will listen to you, but
if they go half the distance, you might put the wishbone back in and go for 2.
Well, again, 15-12 is your score. 6-14. The Tigers have just scored as we're 6-14 into the left in the fourth quarter.
I think that Will Smith wants exactly that. Say, Coach, please, ball's resting on the 1.5-yard line.
Well, I see Bruce Danford bringing in a play, and it looks like
they're going for 2.
Daryl Dunlap comes back in. That's your offensive unit there. So I see Trevor. Well, I don't know. I see Will Bates backing up. So he's just got a different set of blockers in there is what's happening.
All right, let's see. Waiting for the snap. Snap. Hold, kick is up, and it is no good, right under the bar.
Again, the snap was all over Trevor's left thigh, which really it puts it. He had to twist his body to pick it up. Just a bad snap.
Yep, 15-12 your score, 6:14 left to go. A lot of time left in this contest. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Blizzard, it's as if you're throwing a party for your taste buds, and you can keep that party going by celebrating with different Blizzard flavors every month. Like this month, come to Dairy Queen and try the M&M Brownie Blizzard. M&M chocolate candy pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and chocolatey topping blended with creamy DQ vanilla soft serve. Get yours now for a limited time at Dairy Queen at 203 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Only at Dairy Queen, so good it's ridiculous.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So 6:14 left to go in this ball game. 15-12 is the score. Tigers stick to kick the ball off. They had the safety against them, but the safety actually turns out to work for them as they're able to get the ball on the kickoff for coming back and put it in the end zone for a touchdown. There's the kick. Going towards the corner. Hope it stays in bounds. Actually, it's on bounds. The ball's bouncing around. Tigers are all around there, but I think it's going to go out of bounds at the 9.
Well, good job. Good strategy by the Tiger. Nick Burrick actually kicks the ball. It lands on about the 12-yard line in no man's land, and Redan really has a tough time picking the ball up. And eventually, after tremendous pursuit by guys like Dalton Hadley and Brandon Hurd and R.J. Harrison, down inside the 10, the ball goes out of bounds. So excellent job by the Tiger kickoff team. And my guys, speaking of giving them a hard time, my guys back at the races are giving me a hard time. So I'm glad they're listening, though. That's the main thing.
Watch it streaming live on eagle1023.com. That's really fun. You know, I've connected with a lot of folks on Facebook that have been watching our games from all over the country. That's really
right.
Fun.
Yeah, I forgot to mention my oldest daughter out in Portland, Oregon. She continues to watch us every Friday night as we stream live from the West Coast.
There you go. Redan back on the field. Going to hand the ball off in the middle, and we're just going to pound him. He's going to get a little bit of front yardage. He kind of slips through. Gain of about 6, 2nd and 4.
A couple of Tigers slow to get off the field. Just simply a isolation play right up the middle. It looked like, just to me, it's kind of dark down there on the field now with those dark jerseys and gray pants for the Redan Raiders. It looked like they might have had a little leaning going on prematurely in the backfield. But at any rate, that'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Raiders. This is where really the Tigers need to keep them down, keep them 4 and out, or 3 and out,
make
where they can take over.
Yeah. I'd be happy with a fumble. That wouldn't bother me. Back to the I for Dan. Slot to the left. Long snap count. Really long snap. Now they go into motion. Throw the flag. They do throw the flag. We stretch him out. We're on the far side. We tackle him. So we got third down. Yeah, but I think we're going to bring that ball back.
That should come back and should back them up. Should result in second down and about 9, maybe. Second down and 8 or 9 as the Tigers. I don't even know if that's a penalty that's declinable. You just automatically move
illegal
it back.
motion, they're going to bring that right back.
Again, I said that it looked like they kind of moved the first down, but this was really obvious. Even you and I could see this way up from the Eagles' nest.
So still second down and 8 now. All right, so whistle the clock in. 5:12 left to go in this ball game. 15-12 is your score. Tigers trailing. Redan breaks the huddle. Quarterback checks his line. Offset I to the right side. Slot to the right side. Going to make another change at the line, looks like. Tigers with a 5-man front. He loses the ball as he snaps it. He gets it out to his tailback, who's going to be tackled short of the first down.
This is one of those that's a double fumble. They did finally blow the whistle when the player went down. The ball bounced out so that he hits the ground. Good that they call it back here because a couple of Redan players did cover it up at about the 24, which would have been a first down. As it stands, it's going to be spotted back at about the 18-yard line, leaving third down and 2. So, again, we talk right now is when the Tigers really need to keep these guys from a first down because within under 4.5 minutes left going to this ball game, the Tigers really need to take possession of this football.
It'd be great to get the ball near the 50. That ball control offense that we've had to moving it down.
I agree. Yeah, I love the West Coast, that's for sure.
Here they come. Tigers looking to pinch the ball inside. We may have lined up in the neutral zone.
Well, I hope not. If that's the case, that's a
delay
kind of
game. Delay game.
Good.
Back them up.
That's right. The flag's back here.
It did look, though, we were leaning right at that neutral zone. We were looking for a stunt coming through.
Well, they did call it delay of gain, so that'll back them up 5. It should be now third down and 7. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this game. I say this game. It is 15-12. It could wind up a tie ball game. We don't want it to, for sure.
We're going to score.
We would like to have a turnover right now, or at least hold them 3 and out, and let's take it over and take the rest of the remainder of the clock and drive it in for a touchdown.
How do we end the first half? By scoring with 31 seconds left to go. Let's go ahead and do that one more time.
That'll be fine. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Those opposed, they back up to pass. Going to throw it over the head. Actually, they got a receiver there. I thought it was going to go over his head, but it catches it. It's going to be a first down for Redan at the 35, 36-yard line.
Let me tell you, that's one of those, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Maurice Swain, with his 6'6" frame, is all in front of the quarterback. He throws it kind of EFA style. The cornerback, Ricky Frazier's all over the wideout. He has to almost stumble and turn around and catch the ball falling backwards. It's just the way it would have it. So it results in a Redan first down. Even so, the Tigers still need to go 3 and out on this with 4 minutes even remaining in this ball game.
Here we go. Tight splits for Redan. Slot to the near side. I formation behind the quarterback. Long snap count. They're going to jump off sides.
We'll take 5. We'll take 5. That'll take the ball, what, Jack, from the 37 back to the 32, so it'll be 1st and 15. Maybe we can get a couple more of those.
Yep.
And to kind of negate that pass.
That's pretty close right there.
And that took 6 seconds off the clock just to have an offsides penalty.
Coach and his quarterback are talking right there at the field. And I don't think they really like what just happened. Clock continues to tick. 3:34. They break to get back to the line of scrimmage. Slot to the far side. I formation behind the quarterback. Long snap count once again. He takes the snap. Hands the ball off inside. The Tigers are all over him. Pushing back, way back. Brings up second down. We're clicking to 3:09. And Redan just looking to run as much time off the clock as they can.
Lamonte Truitt from his free safety position comes up Ronnie Lott style and just puts a hat on him.
All right, whistle, go. All set. Let's whistle it.
Well, this crew, officiating crew, just really very methodical in their actions. It's a nice way of saying they tend to be a little slow sometimes.
Back to the offset eye. Oh, the tailback is on the offset on the near side. Going back up. Going to run over here. Actually, the quarterback's going to throw it.
Oh!
Almost caught by the Tigers. Tipped. And that'll stop the clock with 2:25.
Just a minute ago we were at 4 minutes, and that clock you look up is 2:25. It's getting eerily close to the time that we have really got to force a turnover, get that ball back, because so far the Tigers tonight have not shown any big play effort. So we're just basically grind out that clock, and 2 minutes is really not enough time for the offense we've displayed so far tonight.
Ball is set. Quarterback's just now coming on the field. We could get another delay of game to help us out a little bit. They break the line. Quarterback comes up the line, knows he's got to hurry. And there's the delay of game. That's a big help to us right there. They'll back him up 5. Clock still has 2:25 on it.
That'll be 3rd and 19. Again, that's second delay of game this series against the Raiders. Probably the 5th or 6th overall tonight.
Yep. And, that's coaching, Greg. That's coaching. They're going. I thought they had legal motion, but we're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage at the 30.
So you saw the fullback take a step back before
and nobody else moved. It's always a dead play.
That's right.
So they'll have to punt the ball away. I'd call a timeout right here if it was me.
Well, they're stopping the clock.
Yep. Timeout called.
Which one?
Against
Tigers.
by Troup.
Wow.
3 different folks called the timeout. 2:06 left to go. They take a timeout. We take as well. We're trail 15-12. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
At LaGrange College, travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in this contest. 15-12 is your score. Troup High School Tigers looking to get their offense back on the field. 4th down and 19 for Redan. The Raiders will be punting the ball. The kicker will be standing on the 20-yard line. Back deep for the Tigers is number 3, Lamonte Truitt. Lamonte looking at the moon above him.
He'll be standing about the 36-yard line. Redan has had good punts all night, Jack.
There's the snap. We try to get a hand on it. We don't. End over end. Taken at the 32. Cut back. And they miss a tackle. They're going to hit us at about the 34-yard line. It's really only about a 3 or 4 yard return.
He had about a 3 or 4 yard return, but he ran from one sideline to the other. Good pursuit by Redan, but again, Tigers take over with 1:52 left in the 4th quarter, and they'll take over on the 34-yard line. So about 66 yards to go, Jack, and to pay dirt.
We actually a heads-up play by the Tigers right there. As he cut back across, we had one of our Tigers coming down the field and almost had a block in the back, but he pulled off, realizing I don't need to do that and hurt us any worse.
And you got Spradlin darting off the field.
Here we go. Minute 52. Wishbone, Smith, toss sweep. We catch the ball. Truitt getting upfield, and he's going to be inbounds across the 40. Got to jump back up and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just a little toss sweep, Jack, to the short side of the field. Good things is you could break it open, but the whole idea is also push you to that sidelines. He didn't quite make it, so the clock continues to run inside a minute and 30. Tigers really need to break the huddle, get on the ball, and run a play.
Minute 27. 26, 25. Continue to count down. Back to the wishbone. Going back the other way. This is Frazier. Trying to find his way. He could get to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a first down from my vantage point.
Well,
Stop the clock.
Let's see whether he got a bad spot. They're going to move it back about 6 inches short of the first down. Well, now they're moving the chains.
All right,
wonderful.
stop the clock.
And the clock is finally stopped at 1 minute and 3.
6 seconds ran off. Actually, it continues to
and
run
it's
off.
still
They move
running.
the chains.
On the first down.
Oh, my goodness. Tigers got to go. Got to go. Come on, guys. Don't have time for this. Smith checks with his backs. Clock continues to tick. 46 seconds. Under center. And
there's a lot of confusion on the Tigers. Will Smith looking to the sidelines. Trevor Spradlin had to dart off, and a little confusion, so they're going to take a delay of game. And I can't say that's not a terrible thing to do. You still maintain. You've only got one timeout left, so you didn't want to have to hurt it.
Substitution.
And that may be the case, but it took them 10 minutes to call a flag on that.
Yeah, illegal substitution is what they end up throwing. And really not the official that really should be throwing that flag. It should be the line judge on the far side.
That's right. Well, worst case scenario, they back them up 5. It gives the Tigers a chance to regroup. And at this point, 5 yards may not hurt them one way or the other. But the clock's running even on the penalty. I don't understand that. Is that a new rule in high school?
Clock should not be running right now.
Nope, it should not.
There's the snap. Smith going to air it out. Throw it all the way downfield. He's got a man out there who jumps a little too soon. The clock's still running.
22.
On an incomplete pass.
It ran on a penalty. It ran on an incomplete pass. They've probably cost us at least a minute in this game of the clock running like this.
So Tigers now with a 3rd down and 15. 15-12 is your score.
I would normally say under most circumstances it takes an average of 6 seconds to run a high school play. But in this stadium, you may get 6 seconds, but they may run off 10. So let's say we've got 2 plays left. And there's a flag down on the field at the 31-yard line.
Yep. And we'll see what that's for.
He's going to wave it off probably. Watch this. Ready?
Actually, they're going to march it up the field. 5, 10.
Wow.
15. Across the 50. Down to the 45. Is that the band again?
I have no idea.
All right.
Maybe they felt sorry for us for all the time they ran off.
So 22 seconds left to go. Tigers got to make something happen here. Trips to the near side. Smith going to take it quickly. Throws to the corner. And caught, but did he make it in bounds? He'll say he was out of bounds.
Step out of bounds, but a nice catch by number 2 for our Tigers. Malcolm Tatum, senior wideout, had several catches in the Auburn scrimmage, but they were more or less 8-9 yard routes. That was about a 40-yard route, and he caught it a yard outside. So clock ran down to 14 seconds. That took 8 seconds off. So again, we might can squeeze 2 more plays out of this.
What's happening is Will's getting the ball, and as soon as he catches it, he's just throwing it down the field.
Tigers still have 1 timeout. Each team has 1 timeout remaining. And in a situation like this, you just hate to see us close out this ball game without using that timeout.
No.
2nd and 10. Ball rests on the Raider 46-yard line. So 46 yards to the end zone for the Tigers.
Officials
meeting of the minds again.
Maybe they're going to put 6 seconds back on the clock.
It'd be nice. Of course, that means they probably have to back us up 5 in a trade. You think Coach Kendall maybe has reminded the ref how many seconds have run off the clock? Yeah, he's how many? Is he counting? 6 seconds maybe? It's at 14 now. They're asking the clock keeper to put some time back on the clock.
I think that someone's actually noticed that they did run some time inappropriately off the clock. 14 seconds is what's on there now. 15-12 is your score. Let's see how much they add on. Looking. 21.
7 seconds.
7 seconds. That's good.
We'll
that's
take
important
it.
7 seconds.
That's actually maybe 2 more plays. depending on the type of play we run. Well, if these fans had really been taking notice, the home fans, they'll notice that we need at least 7, perhaps more. At any rate, 2nd down and 10 as the Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage.
Trips to the near side, Twins to the far side. Smith all along the backfield. Takes the snap. Going to throw out. And then we're going to throw. Frazier's going to throw downfield. He's got a man there. He's got to come back. And
he got a penalty.
Oh,
he caught the ball.
At the 10. Did he lose it?
No, he caught it. They're going to call a pass complete on the 10-yard line. And double pass. We flip it out to Darryl Dunlap in the slots position. He then turns and throws it to Malcolm Tatum, who catches it on a 10-yard line and is immediately corralled and run over. Actually, it should be defensive pass interference, but he caught the ball. They're going to decline it. 1st and 10 from the 10 for the Tigers with 14 seconds left in this ball game.
Now they've called the timeout, it looks like.
All right, they're in field goal range. So they can at least have an attempt to tie it, but you got to at least run 2 seconds. And Coleman is saying no tie. And we all agree with you, Coleman. We really want 6.
All right, here we go. Tigers going to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 10.
And the ball is on
seconds.
the 10. No delay of game. All right, we're going to have a timeout called by Redan, it looks like. Yep. And that'll be their last timeout.
Redan's going to take a timeout. We take one as well. 15-12 your score, 14 seconds. I hope you've stayed with us in this one, folks. It's a good one. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLHE.
Who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens to your car, home, or business. In this moment, get an agent who'll protect you in that moment. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
14 seconds stand between the Tigers and victory right now. 15-12 is your score. Ball's resting on the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from there. And the Tigers going back to the spread offense. And I'm going to call him the courageous Will Smith has done a tremendous job at quarterback tonight.
He has.
Was spared by Lamonte Troup for a little bit earlier in the ball game, but he has really stepped up and moved his offense down the field. Takes the snap. Bounces up to him. He's going to step up in the pocket. Has to go down. Got to call the timeout quick. 5, 8, 7. They stop the clock with 7 seconds left to go. We're going to take a deep breath and take one more timeout. We'll be right back. 15-12 is your score. You're listening to Eagle Sports.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I'd like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Here we go. 7 seconds left to go. 15-12 is your score. Greg Hicks has run through every scenario that you could possibly have to end this ball game. He's thought about kicking a field goal. He's thought about running a quick out. He's thought about running a flea flicker. He's thought about all kinds of things. But let's see what the coaches have dialed up as Trips to the near side. Landslip wide right. Smith takes it. Go throw it. Throw it to the corner of the end zone. Give us a signal. No time on the clock. He's out of bounds on the far side. And the Tigers are going to fall 15-12 to the Redan Raiders.
He does catch the ball. He just comes down a foot out of bounds as the clock runs out.
So the Redan players running out onto the field to congratulate their fellow players, looks like.
All right, they're blowing the whistle, which is kind of odd. All right. I'm trying to wishful thinking, Jack. I'm trying to.
They're going to put a second on the clock?
Maybe the way these guys have done tonight, they'll put a second back on for us. But that is not going to be the case as the officiating crew runs off the field at some unpleasantries to several people.
All right, so they're going to shake hands to the field. Let's go and take a break. The Tigers have fallen 15-12 to the Redan Raiders. We're going to finish up the last spots in our fourth quarter and jump into our post-game set. Right now you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers as they've fallen 15-12 to the Redan Raiders right here on Eagle Sports.
Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Your whole family loves Blizzard treats at Dairy Queen. Each time you eat a Blizzard, it's as if you're throwing a party for your taste buds. And you can keep that party going by celebrating with different Blizzard flavors every month. Like this month, come to Dairy Queen and try the M&M Brownie Blizzard. M&M chocolate candy pieces, chewy brownie pieces, and chocolatey topping blended with creamy DQ vanilla soft serve. Get yours now for a limited time at Dairy Queen at 203 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Only at Dairy Queen. So good, it's DQ-less.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football, and the Tigers lose a heartbreaker 15-12 right here at the last part of Joel by Coleman Vice here in the postgame show. And, those last 2 minutes, the Tigers did a tremendous job of getting the ball down the field, getting all the way down in the red zone, got all the way to first and goal from the 10, run a couple of plays, a quick out. That looks like mere inches kept us from winning this ball game, Coleman.
Well, I mean, this game should have never been that close, and Troup really looked several times that they were a good bit better than Redan, but just could not get anything together, get anything headed in a positive direction. Sloppy play and the punting game, field goals not happening. I got to tell you, we for Troup to move forward and continue to improve, luckily we've got a lot of things that are fixable, and it's not like we're looking at things that you can't fix, like size on your front line, that kind of thing. This is execution of being able to hand off the ball properly in the background, do snaps, and so these things can get him better as the